BAYUEMAS over Kuala Lumpur. The stage is set for the match number 15 of the tournament here at the scenic BAYUEMAS Oval as the sun shines over Kuala Lumpur. Two evenly matched sides, Penang and Kuala Lumpur, prepare for a crucial face-off. Both teams have played two matches each with one win and one loss, and both team carries the 2 points each other and adds even more spice to this contest. For Penang, this is not just about runs. It's about setting a standard, bouncing back strong, and showing that they can dominate when conditions are in their favor. And what a beautiful city, this Malaysia. And we can have a look at the points table. Group B, Penang and Kuala Lumpur. The spot at the second, Penang and the position three, Kuala Lumpur, are going to face in this match. And look at the net run rate, 0.75 for Penang and Kuala Lumpur 0.15. Last game for Kuala Lumpur, we have seen they have marched a massive victory. So this venue, we have seen some records has been broken. Achievements has been marked on a huge feat. The team that posted the tournament's highest score of 266 in one of the earlier games, Kuala Lumpur. They did this. Will be eyeing a repeat of the batting fireworks with both teams fighting to climb up the points table. This is more than just a match, it's a statement. This is John myself in the combox to listeners and to all the spectators who are watching this match. This match is live on Fan Code app. Just take your mobile phone, search in Fan Code app as CMCA Malaysia Interstate T20 Championship, then you will get this wonderful match. So lovely city, BAYUEMAS Oval has seen high scores and dramatic chases already, and with the outfield quick and the pitch looking dry and flat, expect another high octane encounter. Few minutes back ago, an hour back ago, we have witnessed one of the greatest matches ever happened in the history of T20 cricket. Johor winning over Malacca. So Malacca couldn't able to handle the pressure and they were failed to score the runs. So I'm welcoming you all to this BAYUEMAS Oval for this crucial encounter. Both the sides are coming into this game with one win and one loss. Early signs show there is not much for the bowlers. Ball coming onto the bat nicely. There will be a lot of predictions and expectations for this wonderful matchup. Penang openers, definitely there will be a crucial aspects will be running in their mind, and also for the Kuala Lumpur bowlers and for the batters, they do have a great balance of players in their side. This match could very well shape the middle of the table. A win here is going to be a big momentum for the both of the sides. But we have to find out who is going to be the real winner of this match. In just another few more minutes, the match will get started, and we will find out the right answer. So it's going to be a pivotal clash. The cricketing carnival continues at the picturesque BAYUEMAS Oval, and today's contest between Penang and Kuala Lumpur is poised to be a defining encounter in this tournament. Lovely city,
Toss will be
beautiful
taken by
atmosphere.
Said Aziz, the captain of Kuala Lumpur. Call your
We will get to know what is the result. The two captains were at the toss, Penang and Kuala Lumpur. So the news from the center is Penang won the toss and they will be batting first. So with both teams having played two matches each, winning one and losing one, Penang have won the toss and they've elected to bat. Addition that reflects the confidence in their batting unit and faith in the surface. The conditions at BAYUEMAS are ideal for a high-scoring game. Your flat pitch, true bounce, and fast outfield mean batters will enjoy their time in the middle. But only if they apply themselves. For Penang, this match is an opportunity to capitalize on a good start, building partnerships and bat deep. The top orders batters must lay the foundation, and we could have seen the result, like what happened for Penang last match when they played against Putrajaya. So Putrajaya, they won that match by 1 wicket. So far, the match was already in close. So that match could have been won by Penang, but they have failed to win that match. So this match will be another golden opportunity for Penang to beat Kuala Lumpur. Syed Aziz, the bowler from Kuala Lumpur, Asa Kumar and Raj Kumar. They are the steady openers. Ready to score the runs for this side. A test of intent and the temperament. The sun is out and the field is set, and the stage is perfect for a cracking contest. Walking out to the middle with the responsibility of giving the side a solid start in this pivotal game against Kuala Lumpur, Isa Kumar, getting that extra bit of a bounce by Syed Aziz. And we all know Syed Aziz is a proper all-rounder, was too handy with the bat, and also someone great with the ball too, getting the early breakthroughs. He has had the good shape. So pressure will be on Isa Kumar right now. Opening the batting is never just about playing the new ball. It's about setting the tone, reading the conditions, and building a platform. These two batters now have the opportunity to seize the early momentum. The pitch is very clear, and we have seen this track bit early. An hour back ago, and chance for the wicket keeper. It seems. Is he dropped the catch or not? A slight point of contact between the bat and ball, it seems. So four dot deliveries on a trot, so which means there is no big contact. By signal given by the umpire, the short selection on the running between the wickets, and most importantly, calmness under pressure. Well, defining this opening partnership, Kuala Lumpur's new ball bowlers are sharp, disciplined, and love exploiting any early nerves. So it's a real test, not just of skill but of the mindset. 1 over got completed. Penang 1 run on the board without losing any wicket. For Penanga, this innings is all about laying the right foundation. Chasing or setting a target at this venue requires one thing above all: a steady, composed start at the top. With both teams coming into this match with 1 win and 1 loss, the margin for error is shrinking. Isa Kumar faced 5 deliveries and he couldn't able to open his account. So which means the first over from Syed Aziz has given a statement to this respective batters where at the crease right now. A solid start means much more than just runs on the board. It gives confidence to the dressing room. It ties the bowlers. Brilliant shape, brilliant bowling effort from Neville. And it shifts the pressure back on to the batting side right now for them to score these runs. The openers have to respect the conditions, but not to freeze, take their time, but also rotating strike. And most importantly, to build a partnership. Kuala Lumpur bowlers, they will have a sharp mindset of getting into the clever plan, not to give any room for loose shots or early risk. What Penang need now is intent mixed with intelligence. If they can see through the new ball, definitely they will set a base right now. And they have to do that immediately. Facing the dot balls inside the power play, the first 6 overs it will decide the result of the entire match. Shot came from the batter, but too close. That has been stopped. What a bowling effort from Kuala Lumpur. Just imagine the first 9 deliveries bowled by them in this match. No big runs scored. The we restricted the runs, coming up with the proper ideas, hitting the harder length, and putting the full pressure on both the batters. Isaac Kumar, he feels the pressure, wrapped on the pads and putting the ball over the body line. Tremendous contribution so far from both the bowlers, Neville and Zaid Aziz. The paces of Kuala Lumpur. Left and right combination. Absolutely tricky. So the batter feels the entire pressure right now, completely leaving the ball, and look at the pace he generates. The way he releases the ball from his hand. What a spell this has been from the Kuala Lumpur bowlers in a format dominated by batters. It's refreshing to see that the pace is taking the entire control, setting the tone early and rattling the opposition with sheer discipline and full intent. 5 dot balls on the trot by Neville. Is he going to get the first maiden over of this match? Oh, there should be a magic in this. Yes, it is. It's the first maiden over ball by Neville. Clean and smart, steady action. And in fact, we just have to give the entire credits to this champion, Neville, who bowls a maiden over. 2 overs have got completed. This over, no runs been scored by these two batters. Penang, same result. 1 run on the board without losing any wicket. Zaid Aziz to continue. This time the batter got the full confidence, but the ball lands safely. So yes, the first runs on the board for the batter. With the bat, Rajkumar. Full of his anticipation towards a game of cricket. The pressure was never allowed to ease. And that's the hallmark of quality bowling. This has been from the Kuala Lumpur bowler Zaid Aziz, conceding 2 runs. Good one. Got fumbled. So straight away this single has been taken by the batter. So the dot balls turned into the frustration, and frustration turned into the wickets. This is the scenario which happened in the early match between Johor and Malacca that we have seen during the middle overs. Malacca batters were failed to score the runs. In fact, they couldn't able to achieve that run feed. That should not happen with Penang right now. And bowled him. Zaid Aziz taken up a wicket here. The bails have rattled, so which means, yes, this is the one I was keep on telling that the batter should not feel that pressure. The ball was coming right for the batter and he's gone. Isaac Kumar, he feels disappointed. He's just waited for the right delivery, but this one was come right on the slot for him, and he failed to score the runs. So the first wicket gone for Penang in this match. In the 2 openers, Isaac Kumar has to go back to the dugout. Syed Aziz picks up a wicket. So 4 for 1 right now. Penang. Mushtaq will be the new man in for the Penang. So what a pace this is for Kuala Lumpur in a game where run flow often dominates. It's a rare and refreshing to witness, and old school pressure builds up leading to a wicket. So whenever as a bowler or a pacer, if you're someone who is watching this match, you may get an idea or a thought like what made Kuala Lumpur so special in this match to get this early breakthrough. It's all about creating the pressure on the batters. So that is the thing from Syed Aziz and also from Neville. They're literally putting that whole pressure on the batting unit. Neville sets the tone with the tight discipline made in over. We could see that stuff from him in the previous over. A rarity in T20 cricket and a massive psychological victory. This might happen, you know, if you create that dot balls pressure. Just a flick of the wrist from the batter, a couple of bounces, so which means the first boundary on the board for the batter and also for the team. Penang feeling that pressure, and now he has got a good shape. And have a look at the shot. He just waited for the delivery, and look at the placement. He finds a gap, making no error. That's exactly what he needed in this game. Beautiful pickup shot and right on cue. Now, Syed will be thinking something. The very next over, after Neville, Syed Aziz. Now, he just conceded the 2 runs in the very first ball, and then he does the trick, picks up a wicket. Catch it is the call. No runs been scored on the last ball of this over. So which means 3 overs have got completed. Penang 8 runs on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. It takes a big aerial route and he has got that big elevation. Last over we have witnessed a boundary that been scored by the batter. This time it is a 6. So Penang says that, okay, it is the right time for us to deliver some maximums. Power play, some powerful shots from these batters of Penang. They find themselves on the back foot early. Neville, who bowled a maiden over in his previous over, now he seems to be a little bit frustrated on conceding a 6 in the very first ball of this over. Rajkumar. The early wicket has dented Penang's momentum. Now the openers rightly coming into this game. So this batter Rajkumar has launched a rocket. Oh, he should be very, very careful. What was that? Is it a wicket? I can't believe my eyes. What I was witnessing in front of my eyes in the screen. Yes, in this replay, we will get a clear picture. Oh, gone. Yes, the bails have rattled. So the ball kissing the stumps. So which means 2 things happen. First, the ball contact is on the body of the batter, and next, straight away the ball hitting the stumps. So now is the responsibility of number 3 and number 4 and number 5 of Penang batters what they're going to do to stabilize this innings. And also, they are really in a big trouble. At 3.2, 14 runs on the board. They have lost their first two important wickets. Tight overs, pressure from both the ends, and an early breakthrough. It's a textbook start in the power play. We could see a boundary and a maximum being scored by the batter. Now Neville strikes for Kuala Lumpur. Previously it was Said Aziz, and Neville says, "Okay, my partner, I will also take a wicket for our side." So this is going like a coordination work. Two paces. One is Said Aziz, he bowls right, and Neville bowls left. So right-left combination does the trick for Kuala Lumpur. New batter is at the strike is Peter. Conceding a six and a wicket for Neville. This time he bowls a wide, just 14 runs with two wickets down. The top order has completely caved under Kuala Lumpur's relentless pressure. The bowlers are executing near perfect plans, tight line, sharp lengths, and smart variations in pace. The pressure was building steadily over the past few overs, and now it has resulted in a crucial second breakthrough. For Penang, this is more than just losing wickets. It's about losing momentum, rhythm, and early control in the match. Getting the right delivery. Oh, he's just simply watching the ball. Peter, he will definitely think that this is not the right time for him not to lose his wicket. The dot balls are piling up. The strike rotation is missing. And now the scoreboard reflects a team struggling to settle. But just imagine this thing, a boundary being scored and a six being hit by the batter. And immediately, what a challenge that was from Kuala Lumpur. They've taken a wicket in the very next delivery. This is the complete team effort. This is not an individual sport. In all aspects, they are playing very well. And big throw came from the fielder. The batter has to be very, very careful going towards his zone. This is the kind of a starter that is needed and expected from Kuala Lumpur. So any captain dreams of after losing the toss, a fired up bowling unit, sharp fielding, scoreboard pressure applied right from ball one. From here, Penang needs calm hits. The middle order must rebuild, but more importantly, they must absorb the pressure without going into a shell. The balance of this game is tilting heavily in the KL's favor early on. He looks very good, Neville. Left arm paces. They are the rare occasion in the T20 cricket. So far, this has been the absolute class from Neville. Just can't draw it upper better than this, angling it from over the wicket or then it get its seam away just enough. The perfect cocktail of deception and the precision. The batter was completely squared up. Yes, is the call, and he needs to be very, very safe. And look at that fielding effort from Kuala Lumpur. They are so exceptional, and we just have to big a big credit to their fielding work. So moments like this reminds us why left arm paces are such priceless assets in the limited overs cricket. The 4 overs have got completed. Good over from Neville after picking up a wicket. 17 runs on the board for the loss of two wickets. Penanga. I guess they're just going to go with Said Aziz. Now they will have the responsibility on scoring the runs for their side after losing a couple of early wickets. Penang batting unit now finds itself in a pace that requires the clarity, calmness, and the calculated risk taking. The scoreboard pressure is already on them. It's slowly building, but the response from the middle order needs to be tested. It's measured. Outside is a call. Eye tissue. Eye tissue. That's why the straight umpire just walks away from a zone, not just survival, but smart rotation of strike and capitalizing on loose deliveries. Yes, that's how it call. It's in this moment that partnerships becomes the lifeline. So one solid stand can flip the script, and that's exactly what Penang needs. It's not about the fireworks. They would have come from the lessons which they learned in their last game, the loss against the Putrajaya. Oh, cotton ball opportunity. Is he taking it or not? Yes, it seems. He grabbed the ball, and that came with the brutal force. What an absolute take this has been from Syed Aziz. One of the greatest cotton ball we have ever seen in this MCA Interstate T20 Championship. Peter, it seems, he lost his wicket. What a wicket for Syed Aziz. A great, simple catch. Big cotton ball. Not the right time for the batter to accelerate this innings, like he lost his wicket. A simple sitter. Great way of collecting the ball from Syed Aziz. He is turning out to be a star of this match so far. It is not so easy to take these catches in a matches like this. You need that presence of mind when you release the ball. It's not just about the delivery, it's about the presence of mind. Yes, and razor sharp reflex. A cotton ball dismissal that speaks the volumes about a bowler's athleticism. The batter looked to punch it back down the ground, but it wasn't timed very well. And you could see that bat swung from the batter, and the bowler struck out his hands instinctively, snatching the ball in a flash. This kind of a wicket can be a real momentum shifter. It breaks the rhythm, dents confidence, and often comes just when a rebuilding phase is underway. 18 for 3 right now for Penang. This means one more dent in the innings and more work for the middle and the lower order. Bilal will be the new batter, is at the crease. Syed Aziz bowls a dot delivery, the very first ball of this over, and he didn't concede any big runs, but he has taken a big wicket. So that is a pure uh, athleticism from Syed Aziz. He has got that energy, has got that full speed, going for the ball immediately, and taking a simple catch. That was a moment of sheer athletic brilliance. A wide signal given by the straight umpire. Extras definitely will put you in big trouble. A reflex catch that turns the tide of the game. The special mention, why I just want to keep on uh, telling about that catch. It's not easy reacting to a straight drive that comes back at the chest height or lower, especially when you are off balance from your follow through. But this is where the elite fitness and sharp reflexes come into play. The bowler didn't flinch or didn't panic, just pure instinct and hand-eye coordination. And we could see more number of the times when a bowler collects the ball for that cotton ball, they face many injury concerns. So a dot delivery to finish off this over. So which means 5 overs have got completed. Penang, it's okay to say that they are at 50-50 at good position, 19 runs on the board, but they've lost their first three important batters. So now it is the responsibility of the middle orders, like to put a good runs on the scoreboard after the 6 overs. It's time for me to welcome Abrar.
Thank you so much, John, for welcoming me up here at the Combox. 5 overs completed. It's 19 with the loss of three. And we are in the MCA Men's T20 Interstate Championship 2025. And this is the second game of the day. And what a start this has been for Kuala Lumpur. Penang at the moment are facing the heat. At the moment, they're just 19 for three. And they have come against a bowling attack who are absolutely breathing fire. They've been so disciplined and aggressive, and they've been absolutely unrelenting. At the moment on the crease are Mustaq and Bilal Hazrat. At first, I'd like to take my opportunity to talk about that man who's come out to bowl with all guns blazing. Neville starts off with a wide, but it has been an exceptional opening spell from that left arm seamer. Right from the first ball, he's been hitting that perfect length and just enough to draw the drive on occasion, but I think the batters, on most of the time when they have faced him, has missed out to even make a contact with the ball. So that's enough to say how good of a day he's been having. On occasions, we've seen him angling across the right-hander so beautifully, and we know that he has the talent to bring them in as well. So really putting the seeds in the batter's mind, and just like that, when I mentioned this one comes right jarring back into this right-hand batter, Mustaq. And with that, there's been some real intent behind each of the delivery. We can see him bending his back. He's not provided any looseness, no freebies, and he's used the crease to vary his angle, and he's really mixing it up quite beautifully. And right when I say that, I have to talk about Said Aziz from the other end. What a day he is having. It's almost like a match for match kind of a blow that I think Penang has received, because both these new ball bowlers are bowling so well. And with the left arm angle that is working so well for Neville, you can see once again he's creating that beautiful angle to the right hander, and Bilal Hazrat is almost struggling to realize that maybe if the ball is in that right area, if he doesn't negotiate it well enough, he can lose the stumps in the process. So we've seen Said Aziz also producing some beautiful deliveries from the other length. He's been sticking with fourth stump, fifth stump corridor, line and length. And Said Aziz in 3 overs already gone for just 8 runs and 2 wickets. And on the other hand, Neville, 2 overs, 10 runs, at the moment 11 runs in this over, of course. And he's picked up 1 wicket as well. So what a start this is. And KL are absolutely on top. And right now, Neville is running away with yet another good over, but this time it's chipped in the air. There's a field underneath. And would you believe it? Just like that, Virendeep Singh would never have dropped it. And with it, Neville is also among wickets one more time. He's picked up his second. And what an absolutely outstanding opening spell of bowling this has been from the two KL seamers. Said Aziz first up picked up 2 wickets, and now Neville equally matched him up. This is no junior batter we're talking about. We're talking about experience here. It is someone like Bilal Hazrat, and it is what pressure can do in terms of even the experience. Sometimes you just lose a wicket in the process. Tried to go after Neville because we are in the power play, but Neville, who is in such kind of form, is never going to allow someone like Bilal Hazrat to settle in, and that is exactly what has transpired. Eventually, it is one more batter who's gone out to a duck. And if I just read out the names to you, you'll be very surprised when I say what the score is next to them. Rajkumar Rajendran, one of the biggest hitters in the Malaysian circuit, came out to open the innings. He's gone for 9 of 5, and he was picked up by Neville clean bowled. There is also his partner, the other opener, Isaac Kumar. He was clean bowled by Said Aziz after a very not so Isaac Kumar like a day, I have to say. He's gone out for a duck of 12 deliveries, so it's a day he will want to forget quickly. Mustaq Ahmed is still out there. He scored 6, but his partner, Peter Isaac, was cotton bowled by Said Aziz, and it's never easy. You know that a lot of athleticism is required to be able to get a wicket, especially cotton bowled when you're just in your follow through. And talking about wickets, one more has just fallen. It is Bilal Hazrat, who's gone out to Neville, and he was caught at mid-off by Virendeep Singh. So with that, it is 21 for 4, and right now, looks like Kuala Lumpur is absolutely creating a wreckage out there in terms of the pile of the wickets that have fallen. And in comes Vishwa Ruben. He has joined Mushtaq Ahmed here, and he's up against a very dangerous Neville, who is now trying to pick up one more and within the power play. Oh, somehow he survives. That was an excellent delivery. Neville, he has created a name of himself for exactly being able to do this. He's done that over so many years. Players have come in and they have gone out as well. But Neville is the same. It's been quite a few years in this circuit, and still nobody has figured out how to just play a Neville who is in form. Beautiful start first up against a batter who's come out there, and he'll be nervy, of course, because the team has lost 4 wickets. So Neville has been outstanding. He's used his pace and the precision of his swing to perfection. That made a good sound of the bat, but it does not clear the gap in the field on that occasion. One more delivery remaining, and the bowler is definitely showing his experience and class here, and finishes off with one more demonstration of that unshakable discipline, really. And this has turned out to be another valuable over for Kuala Lumpur here. And that is the end of the power play. And we have to say that Kuala Lumpur has absolutely dominated, because both the opening bowlers for Kuala Lumpur has not just bowled, they have commanded their presence at the crease, and they haven't really looked for wickets, but it's just that they have created so much of pressure in terms of dot balls, and they haven't really allowed any of the batters from Penang to just come out there and have a go at them. Of course, we saw 1 6 and 1 boundary, that is from Rajkumar Rachendran and Mushtaq Ahmed. But other than that, nothing really to talk about in terms of boundary either. And with the help of just 5 extras, eventually the score is 21. And this is outstanding. Syed Aziz realizes that he has an opening and looks like he's going to bowl 4 on the trot. How many times have we seen this in international cricket or in any kind of domestic circuits? Normally the bowler comes in, bowls a couple of over, and then usually is taken off the attack. Rarely we have seen 3 on the trot. Now, would you believe it, we are seeing 4. Right on the money. Syed Aziz has been throughout this day, and he will want to continue. That's a very good change up, and umpire looks like will not signal wide. He's a bit confused. He has taken a little bit of information from the leg umpire and eventually signals a wide. So I think it is because the leg umpire thought that the ball went over the head of the batter, but it is not a problem because of line. In spite of that, I have to say that that was a very good bouncer, because of course Mushtaq Ahmed is not looking like he was ready for it, and Syed Aziz is very disappointed with it. He's a very competitive man. He's looking for delivering something with both bat and ball in this tournament, but he's someone who's made such a name for himself. And here is his next. Oh, he doesn't change anything. He goes with a second bouncer. That's how competitive he is. And one more time, that is exactly what is on display. Talking about big names, on paper, Kuala Lumpur looks like an absolute powerhouse. And in my opinion, they're arguably one of the most dangerous sides in this MCA Men's T20 Interstate Championship. And the reason why I say that is, firstly, I'll start off with this man on screen, Syed Aziz. He's an elite opener. Let's not forget about that. He's a national team trailblazer when it comes to batting. And right now, just look at what he's doing with the ball in hand. He's been so economical. He's picked up 2 wickets as well. He's someone who can pick up any kind of wickets whenever the ball is handed to him. And he's not just living on reputation. His execution has been brilliant. And I want to remind our viewers that the likes of Virendeep Singh is in this lineup as well. Stylish, composed player, still waiting to just use his arms when it comes to bowling, but so far his services has not been required. There is also the likes of Ahmed Faiz, the veteran, who brings that stability and class. He's among one of the high scorers in the tournament, if I'm not wrong. He's perhaps the 4th or 5th in that leaderboard. And also there is Khizar Hayat, who is so aware of how this pitch behaves. And I can assure you, once the pacers are done, the spinners will also continue the strangulation. Right now, we have seen Neville being absolutely relentless when it comes to line and length, and Syed Aziz is delivering exactly that. He's varied his length this time in this over. We've seen a couple of bouncers, but right now he's not allowed someone like Mushtaq Ahmed or Vishwa Ruben to settle in. So with that, 3 more deliveries remaining, and even though the power play is done and dusted, looks like he has decided to continue attacking, and that is what we expect from the leader. Sidus is at the helm of it. He's the brains, and on that occasion, it is a wide down the leg side. So he's trying to do something extra here, but this team is one that is not about individual lanes. It's about the balance, about how they blend their skills with each other, and eventually they're attacking Penang with all guns at from all corners. At the moment, Penang is on the verge of a collapse, and they need a partnership here. That's played away nicely with the use of soft hands, shy at the stump, and eventually the batters complete with ease. 2 more deliveries remaining. The ball is not quite swinging as much for Sidus as it started with, but he really has that zip of the surface even with an older ball. And Sidus is someone who can actually swing the ball both ways. He has a very good natural outswinger, but it is definitely that in-swinger which the batters are often founded wanting against. We saw that on display as well when he got the wicket of Rajkumar Rajendran. Nicely timed on that occasion, goes down the ground. So dealing in singles at the moment, Penang. But at this point, they'll be happy if they don't lose a wicket for the next 4 to 5 overs. With that, Syed Aziz has taken a little bit of time in this over, but he's done a good job nevertheless. Just 5 runs in it, and with it, I think it will be quite interesting to see if Neville is continuing from the other end or he brings in a change. Oh, that is beautifully bowled on that corridor of uncertainty, never allowing width to open the batter's arms, and eventually finishes off with the dot. What a spell of fast bowling this is from Syed Aziz today. He's done such a good job here. Just gone for 13 runs, and he has demonstrated an absolutely superb control with the ball in hand. As you can see on that bowling card, just 2 names to be talked about. Syed Aziz, who just finished his spell, and Neville, who's bowled 3 overs for 11 runs. So they've complemented each other so well. If you look and compare, both of them has produced a maiden each, and both of them has been featuring 2 wickets. So excellent, a proper, like in wrestling terms, we say a tag team effort. So it's been that kind of a day for Kuala Lumpur so far, and from both ends they've been piling on the pressure, and they've been able to just benefit off each other's efforts in a mutual relationship kind of a way. So excellent start for Kuala Lumpur, and together they've made the power play almost like a minefield where Penang has found themselves very difficult to operate. And unsurprisingly, we're seeing that Virendeep is into the attack now. So for the first time, we're seeing some spin, and this change of bowling is definitely not one where pressure will be released. As you can see, Mushtaq has been a little bit frustrated dealing with the faster bowlers, and he starts off with a very aggressive looking shot against Virendeep Singh to start it off. At the moment, I have to say that this is a tactical decision from Syed Aziz, because I think it's the right call to just leave 1 over of Neville just to be used at any phase of the game, because he's someone who's equally good in the death. And with that, it is the perfect time to introduce the very intelligent mind of Virendeep Singh into this bowling attack. Virendeep Singh is a genuine wicket taker, and most importantly, he knows how to read a struggling batter. And sometimes he's that bowler who comes in and bowls almost like, if I'm talking about names, I can think of someone like Daniel Vittori or Shakib Al Hassan, who have done over the years exactly the kind of approach that Virendeep Singh has. He contains the batters and reads the batter's mind so well, almost just entices a false shot out of nowhere sometimes. So with that, Penang is crawling towards a good score. They are having pressure mounted upon them, but at the moment they are dealing in singles and trying to develop a partnership here. The last wicket fell at the score of 21, so just 7 runs that they have put in together, but they have to be out there for quite a few overs if they want to find themselves grooving in a much more comfortable situation. At the moment, Virendeep is bowling a very good over here. He's been economical, just 3 runs in it. And here is Virendeep Singh coming in to bowl his last delivery of his first. Interestingly, no slip in play. And I thought that could be interesting, but look at that. That is trapped in front, and he gets a wicket of the last ball. It is Vishwa Ruben who's gone back. and undone by some pressure that was mounting on him. He's faced 9 deliveries for the 2 runs, but can't really blame him. This is a condition where the batters sometimes really have to apply themselves. But on that occasion, Virendeep Singh proving just to be a little bit too difficult for him to negotiate with. Use of the arm this time, I think the round down action just helped him to zip it straight through with the arm. And on that occasion, has produced a wicket of the very last ball. So 8 overs done. It's 29 with the loss of 5. And right now, Penang are absolutely being dismantled here. Half of the side is back at the hut. As you can look at the batting card, no one really that we can talk about except Mushtaq Ahmed, who's still out there. He's watching and just being disappointed from one end, while some of the big names in this domestic service hasn't really shown themselves up, if I can say, in this contest today. Rajkumar Rajendran scoring 9, Isaac scored a duck, and then Peter Isaac and Bilal Hazrat as well, not quite delivering. And now in comes Lokman Hakim, and Lokman Hakim Mohammad Nizam is someone who's very young, and this will be another challenging aspect of the game, because in this domestic service, we know that someone is known to be one of the fastest with the ball in hand, and it is that man who's been handed the ball over to. Arifullah is into the attack. Can he repeat what Said Aziz and Neville were doing? That is what I am yet to see. Virendeep got a wicket of the very last ball, so I thought maybe spin could have been introduced from both ends. But interestingly, Said Aziz has decided that he wants to attack all the way. So with that, Arifullah is someone, if he attacks the stump and you just miss out to get bat on the ball, your stumps will be just rattled out. And look at the way he starts off, attacking the stump. Very good delivery. Arifullah is a bowler who deals with a lot of momentum in his way. If he has the right rhythm, he is absolutely unplayable. On the other hand, if the batters decide to go after him, sometimes he can be found a little bit wanting for control with that ball. That can happen, especially with someone who's bowling with such express pace. So with that, Arifullah is to continue. Mushtaq is the right man for the task. He's on strike. And he's attacking the off stump quite beautifully here. Starts off with 2 dots. And once again, Arifullah is steaming in. Oh, beautifully bowled, but equally well placed, and tries to go after Arifullah. Excellent effort by the fielder in the deep this time. And eventually, a very good-looking shot that I think Mushtaq Ahmed would have hoped for a few more runs, has just kept down to a couple of runs. You can see on the replay, fuller delivery, attacking the stump one more time, but this time I think Mushtaq was quite alert to the situation and predicted that maybe he will continue doing exactly that. So in spite of conceding the 2 runs, I have to say that Arifullah has turned to the occasion here. He's bowling well. Oh, look at that. That is sheer pace. That is absolutely brilliant bowling from Arifullah. For a moment, I thought that could be closer than it looked like, but eventually the umpire signals leg byes. Maybe the ball was just going to go over the stumps. So one of the fastest bowlers in the tournament has been unleashed, like I mentioned, by Said Aziz. And at the moment, it is as if Said Aziz is trying to intimidate the players of Penang here. KL are just not attacking. They're seemingly hunting the wickets of Penang. And Arifullah, who's known for his raw pace, is exactly the right man for this task. I think he'll be quite happy that the single has come off and he has a chance against Lokman. Because look at that, Lokman doesn't quite have that technique to bat against such quality pace of Arifullah, and almost producing a wicket on that occasion. Just somehow the ball misses that off stump, and somehow Lokman Hakim is surviving out there. It's great that we have a replay of this ball. I just wanted to show our viewers how good this ball was. Look at that, somehow just not clipping that top of off, and that is absolutely hostile fast bowling from Arifullah here. And this fragile batting order in front of him has been looking quite wanting and quite unlucky. Look at that keeper's reaction. I think even we can see that Arifullah is just shrugging his old shoulder off, and he goes back to his bowling mark with a smile on his face. But somehow I think the prayers are working for Penang, because one more time that was tantalizingly close to that off stump, and eventually Lokman Hakim survives, and we have the completion of 9 overs. So every bowler that Syed Aziz has gone to has definitely stood up to the occasion and done goods with the ball. With that, 32 runs with a loss of 5. Half of the team is back at the hut, and this is turning out to be a nightmare of an outing for Penang. Once again, Virendra Singh to continue and starts off by attacking the stump. But I can't really hold myself off but mention that this is a high quality chokehold in terms of the grip of the contest from Kuala Lumpur. 9 overs done, just 32 runs. So the run rate that they're operating is 3.49. Once again, played in the air and just falls short of the fielder at deep point. So really, the batters are looking quite frustrated out there. This is some kind of a suffocation that no batters want to find themselves in. And at the moment, Virendra Singh is operating with some smart skills here. And look at that. He's not someone who is too hyped about the way he's going about it. He's not showing too many emotions. He's really there with his variations. And in the first over, which has gone for just 3 runs, he's backing it up quite nicely. This one is timed. The ball goes straight up in the air. There's a fielder hovering. And would you believe it? Soft and straightforward dismissal. It is Lokman Hakim who has to go back to the pavilion. But Virendra Singh, almost as if he's the man with the golden arm, doesn't really have to do too much. Just pitches the ball and this time picks up a wicket. And credit to the fielder in the deep. He was in a few steps and that really made it quite comfortable. So with that, we have a drinks break. And after that, we'll continue. But at the moment, 6 wickets down and Penang are absolutely struggling out there. Maybe after the drinks, they can come back with a better effort with the bat. But with that question, we'll take a break here. And with that, we're back with live action. It is Virendra Singh with the ball still in hand. 9.3 overs, 33 for 6. And Edmund has joined Mushtaq Ahmed. I really have to talk about this batting card here because let's be honest, this has been a deeply underwhelming batting effort from Penang so far. Virendra Singh once again trying to produce a LBW, but really Rajkumar, when he came out to bat, he showed some intent, but he was gone back. Peter Isaac was disappointing as well. Bilal and Lokman both gone without any kind of impact. And good looking sweep shot, but that will be a single. We have to talk about Vishwarubin, who's gone for 2. and then Lukman as well, who's gone back to the hut. So really, only Mushtaq is still out there. He's shown some kind of a fight, and he's still looking to anchor the innings in the middle. But he's been absolutely isolated, and you gotta feel for that man, because he's trying to play a good hand here, but absolutely no support and no shift in momentum from the other end. So this wasn't just about Penang having a poor day with the bat, but I think it's because they have lacked intent and clarity, and in terms of negotiating the fast ball with the new attack of Sides's and Neville that they have been founded wanting. So 10 overs done, and at the halfway stage, Penang is 35 with the loss of 6. And with that, I'll be introducing back John to take you up with this innings.
Thank you so much, Abrar, for welcoming me. 10 overs have got completed here. Penang 35 already on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. The next few overs are about the survival, calm heads and smart batting. The situation demands the damage control. And it's not just about the chasing a big target right away, but about building a stand and ball by ball. 10 overs, 35 on the board. 6 wickets down for Penang. Now they are really in a big trouble. Mushtaq 14 of 21. Edmond Jivaraj looks to give a good company for his co-partner Mushtaq. Arif is bowling his second over. He went for 3 runs. Still finding a way to get a wicket. It's not just about wickets for Kuala Lumpur. They want to put Penang under trouble, trying them to restrict below 50 or 60, it seems. A short ball. And what we are witnessing here is a complete bowling masterclass from Kuala Lumpur. The discipline, their execution, and the relentless pressure have simply broken the Penang batting lineup. And here comes with the brutal pace, the bowler. Look at the blendy action. It's about how they have choked the runs, dried up scoring options, and forced batter into mistakes. The KL bowlers have been too smart, using the variation, sticking to tight lines, and never letting the batters settle. So when you talk about the intent in bowling, Kuala Lumpur has shown exactly that every over has set purpose, every delivery plan, field placements have backed it up, and the energy on the field has been electric. First ball was just went for a single. So here, strike rotation again. That will be the one key fact becoming for these two batters, Mushtaq and Edmond Jivaraj. Fantastic bowling effort from Arif. With the top order already been collapsed for Penang, now it's all about the rotation of strike. That's the key to breaking this pressure. The batters don't need to go for big hits, but instead look for smart singles, tap and run opportunities, and ensure the scoreboard keeps ticking. So when they rotate the strike, not only keeps the bowlers from settling into rhythm, but also builds a confidence at the crease. Every run counts here in a situation like this, and turning the strike over regularly. Coming up with the next bit of pace, Arif. Four balls has been bowled by Arif. Malaysia has produced greatest bases in over of a decade. Shot came from the batter. An absolute call from the fielders. So over the past decade, Malaysia has steadily produced some exceptional pace bowlers, and we are witnessing the results of the development today. From raw speed to clever variation, these paces are not just bowlers, they are the game changers with disciplined lines. They are getting that swing and smart use of the condition, the new generation of Malaysian pacers, and making a strong marker. So cricket academies, they not only provide or offer training to their students or to their athletes. They are the champions in the making. So this is the best example of finding a right talent like Arif. 11 overs have got completed, 39 already on the board. But the matter is, Penang have lost their 6 wickets. From grassroots to a big stage, when it comes to building a strong cricketing future, Malaysia is doing the right thing, investing in the grassroots cricket. From school tournaments to age group academies, the search for raw and untapped talent that has been aggressive and purposeful. It's not just about finding cricketers, it's about nurturing the right mindset, discipline and skill set from a young age. So what is the result? And of course, we want to talk about that. But what happened right now at the middle is wicketkeeper and the leg umpire is having a chat. Fayaz. Maybe the throw came from the fielder. And what was that between the wicketkeeper and the leg umpire? It's so funny to watch that. This interesting thing will happen definitely in cricket. So moments like this, you don't miss. You don't have to miss this. In fact, credit goes to our cameraman on capturing that beautiful moment between the wicketkeeper and the leg umpire, smiling each other. So the Malaysia's cricketing ecosystem is growing stronger, not just from the top, but from the bottom. Where it truly matters, that's how you build a team, not just for today, but for the next generation. They are the future stars. We're in dip. So far, so good. In his third over. Again, trying to restrict the runs here. What's remarkable is that the Malaysia's talent hunt is not limited to the big cities. Rural regions, small towns. And even if you see the school programs in lesser known districts are now feeding players into the system, the talent has no postcode, and the Malaysian cricket is providing that by widening its reach. Last ball to go in this over. No point of contact in between the bat and ball, so which means that's a wide signal given by the straight umpire. Extras again. So investment in youth is paying off. You look at the players like Virandeep, Syed Aziz. They just invest on them. They are the products of a system that believed in early development, that believe in long-term planning is why Malaysia is starting to punch above its weight in Asian cricket. And they are turning out to be a strong contender. Twelve overs have got completed. Penang 46 already on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. This middle overs for Penang. Big uphill from Gizar Hayat. Yes, what I was telling that this middle overs for Penang, they not went on a right note for them so far, but they're just handling this pressure a lot. That's a big appeal came from Gizar Hayat. And it seems down to the leg side, so that may be the thought came from the straight umpire. didn't show any big indication on the previous delivery bowled by Kizar Ayat. As the field spreads out and the power play restrictions ease, it's the perfect time for the captains to turn their spin arsenal, and what a response we have seen so far from the Kuala Lumpur. Right from the beginning of this match, went with the right paces. Neville and Syed Aziz right-left combination does the trick. The context was very clear with subtle variations, flight, tip and turn, and the spinners have tightened the screws around the batters. Every dot ball builds pressure and every word without a boundary adds to the psychological edge. It's not about taking wickets, it's about controlling the rhythm of the chase, and that's exactly what the spinners are doing here. They are dictating the terms, reading the batter's intent early and forcing them to fall strokes. Boundaries have dried up. The strike rotation has slowed, and the result, you see that frustration has crept into the batting side. In matches like this, the middle overs are the crucial one. They can make or break and when the spinners are in full flow. Shorter format, T20 game, only a less number of deliveries are available for Penang to play for the next few overs. They have to put a decent total on the scoreboard in Kuala Lumpur, just in case. I've mentioned a little bit earlier in the beginning of this match, Penang lost their previous game against Putrajaya. So whoever wins today, they will go to the top in their groups. 13 overs have got completed. It's 49 already on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. Given. This time the straight umpire raises a finger. It is a bowler who literally tried to put a big pressure on his last over. Virendip now he has got a wicket. Big LPW appeal, it seems, from the bowler. And have a look at this wicket in this replay. Plum in front. No need to wait for the straight umpire. No big adjustments from the batter. That ball came on its own and the fingers has been raised by the straight umpire. It's 49 for 7 down right now. Edmund Jivaraj, on facing 13 deliveries, he couldn't able to score any big runs. He's already been sent back to the pavilion. So the wickets are coming easily for Kuala Lumpur in this game. And they have to understand one thing, Penang. It's already 49 for 7 down for them. They need that partnership. That is going to be a key for them. Finally, tight lines and accurate lengths from spinners force batters to reach for the ball or play it from the crease, making boundary hitting harder and strike rotation even trickier. Virendip, he went for 13 today, but he picked up 3 crucial wickets. Such a talented performer and a wonderful star. He's a local boy, local champion like Derek Michael, who always performs for his side on important matches. Extra bit of a bounce. So while a dot ball may seem like just a single delivery, string a few of them together and you see the shift in the momentum. That's a magic spinners bring in the middle overs, slowing down time, tightening the control. And this one is not going anywhere. High quality bowling stuff this has been from Virendip. Containing the runs. First ball was a wicket in this over, And the next few deliveries bowled by Virendip. No big runs scored by the batters. 4 dot balls on the trot. Is this the second wicket maiden by a bowler in this game from Kuala Lumpur? Earlier it was Neville, and now it seems to be a spinner, Virendip. He's a star. He's a champion. And this over turning out to be a wonderful one for the Kuala Lumpur. 14th over, bowled by Virendip, is a wicket maiden. 14 overs have got completed. It's 49 already on the board for the loss of 7 wickets right now. It is now the big test for the tailenders of Penang. Shot came from the batter, Mushtaq. The very first ball that has been launched over to the fence. Coming up with a big maximum. And what a time for us to witness this big 6 from this big batter. A huge 6. It taken a big, long time for them to get this 6. So with that maximum, 50 comes up for Penang. Mushtaq is moving on to 28 of 31. So earlier we've seen a 6 from Mushtaq in the very first ball of this over. Belran, Kizar Hayat again with a loud appeal. In the high-paced world of T20 cricket, the individual brilliance can win moments, but it's the partnerships that win matches. Where is the partnership for Penang? Is that a big question in this game? As it seems, whether it is at the top of the order or during a rebuilding phase in the middle overs, a solid partnership brings stability, confidence and momentum to the batting side. You see, apart from Mushtaq, no big runs scored by any of the other batters in Penang. And they know the importance of this match. They need a victory. They're coming back after a loss. Edged. Oh, the batter has to be careful. The wicketkeeper does the job, it seems, from behind the stumps. And the leg umpire immediately going towards the stumps to do his work, to keep the bails on top. The ability to understand each other's games, run hard between the wickets and put away bad balls makes partnership more than just a number on the scoreboard. In matches like this where quick wicket falls, it's not just about hitting boundaries, it's about building rhythm, breaking the bowling side's dominance and setting the stage for a strong finish. Gentle stroke from Belran. So, which means 15 overs have got completed. Penang, 58 already on the board for the loss of 7 wickets. So, next in the com box, Abrar.
Thank you very much, John. If you look at the bowling card, tells a story, doesn't it? Absolute domination. Syed Aziz and Neville with the new ball, 2 wickets each, and their economy around that 3.5 mark. Virendip Singh having a absolutely determined kind of a day with his left-arm spin. Picked up 3 wickets by giving away just 13 runs. How miserly he has been. Arifullah and Khiza are also stepping up, even though they haven't really picked up a wicket, but they have really held on to their runs as well. Khizar has been picked up for a boundary, and that is why his figures read the most expensive. But even then, it's been a brilliant day with the ball for him as well, just giving away 12 runs in his 2. And Arifullah has given just 6. So with that, nobody, once again, still now, even though I left for 5 overs, nobody haven't really stepped up except that man, Mushtaq Ahmed, who's absolutely played like a lone warrior. 28 of 31 is what he has scored, and none of the other batters are in double digits. So it tells us the story of a determined Kuala Lumpur bowling attack and really the struggle story of Penang here. So with that, we have to say that there has been plenty of issues that Penang has been founded themselves wanted with. They did not really have any kind of resistance in terms of the middle order. And also, I have to say at this stage that nobody really tried to any kind of acceleration either. Partnerships have only lasted for a couple of overs at maximum, and no one besides Mushtaq has taken any kind of responsibility. So credit where it's due. Kuala Lumpur has bowled with a lot of discipline, and Said Aziz has rotated his bowlers so sharply. Talk about sharp bowling. That is absolutely brilliant from Arifullah. Even a set batter by Mushtaq Ahmed's standard is unable to connect bat to ball. And that is another prize dot delivery from the man who's dominating with the ball in hand. Beautiful action. I'm someone who's a big fan of Arifullah, the way he steams in and the kind of clean action that he bowls with. And on occasions, he's been getting some little bit of purchase from the ball after pitching as well. So his seamer will get some movement across from length. With that, another use of wrist, and this time just is able to clear the infield, and with authority, he's punished it onto the leg side for a boundary. Crucial runs, and this is only Mushtaq Ahmed's second boundary. Would you believe it? He's someone who's already played 34 deliveries, but that really tells you how much of a struggle he has had to just have the strike for longer than he usually does. Mushtaq Ahmed is someone who's known to be a very good batter. He plays with a very good strike rate as well. But today, since wickets have been tumbling at the other end, he hasn't really played his usual game. But full credit to him because he's still out there, he's still batting, and he's still trying to take Penang to some sort of respectability. So from here, I think they'll be targeting at least 90 odd runs, which is not impossible to get if Mushtaq Ahmed is able to carry on. But make no mistake, definitely it has been Kuala Lumpur's innings from ball one. Oh, talk about domination. What a shot that is. Thrashed away on the offside, and no chance for anyone on the field except to just watch it go all the way, just like a tracer bullet. And Arifullah, we have said that before as well. Sometimes, even when he's bowling so well, on occasion, if he goes for one, it's usually a cluster of boundaries against him because he's a bowler who operates with a lot of rhythm. And on that occasion, it was a full delivery, overpitched, asking to be hit, and the punishment was handed over by Mushtaq Ahmed. He's set, and right now, for the first time today, his strike rate is over 100 as well. Arifullah steaming in. Can this be a short delivery, perhaps? Just asking the question, or a yorker? And it was another fuller delivery, flicked away comfortably. That was pitching on the pads, and really easy pickings for someone like Mushtaq Ahmed, who's so set. But a valiant effort by the fielder in the deep eventually keeps it down to a couple of runs. So full marks for the dedication. Even when the team is going so strongly, the fielding is still up to the standards that the benchmark is being set by Kuala Lumpur. So amidst the ruins of Penang's innings so far, we have to say that one man is still anchoring. It is Mushtaq. He is almost like a lone wolf, and at the moment he's just starting to take some kind of responsibility here. Short pitch delivery, guiding it away towards third man. The pace of the ball is going to take it all the way to the boundary, almost exciting the fielder that maybe he's in with a chance, but usually we have seen whenever a batter times it against Arifullah, the ball is going to win the race against a fielder. So expensive over from Arifullah comes to an end. 14 runs off it. That is very much unlike what we have seen throughout the day. And this is what Mushtaq Ahmed will speak to the rest of his teammates when he goes back to the dugout. That if you apply yourself in a difficult situation, always runs are supposed to come back your way. So with that, this is the kind of move on that Penang were really hoping for, and at the moment they have gotten exactly what they wanted. This is turning out to be a good partnership as well, although the contribution has been mostly coming from Mushtaq Ahmed. Delvran is now on strike and plays with soft hands. All he needs to do is put a price on his wicket and just see off from the other end. Maybe just a single will do the work because Mushtaq Ahmed is looking good out there. Smart batting, exactly what we mentioned before. He's able to just play with soft hand and pick up a single and bring back Mushtaq Ahmed, who's taken a liking of Khizar Hayat even before. So let's see if he's able to repeat what he has done. 4 boundaries and already a 6 to his name. He's on the verge of a milestone himself, and this is one that he will remember because these are the difficult kind of innings sometimes that can go unnoticed. Oh, the sound of the bat was amazing. That is played away down the ground with disdain, and he once again picks up a boundary against Khizar Hayat. And the man I know, Khizar Hayat, is so competitive, he will not like it. He'll push one in, and maybe the next ball will be a quicker one. Just wait and watch, but nevertheless, this is a fighting knock in a sinking ship from Mushtaq Ahmed that is still continuing. Short pitch, and like I mentioned, this was expected to be a quicker one and delivers exactly that. So a dot delivery from Khizar. Mushtaq Ahmed is just one shot away from a milestone that will be a great one. Short and wide, and surprising bounce on that occasion. The keeper couldn't really have done much with it, and you can see that both the keeper and the bowler are just discussing with themselves that what just happened. On the other hand, even though it is signal buys, Penang are definitely be very happy with that boundary. Just have a look at that. Just pitched on that good length area, and suddenly it had gone all the way around that shoulder area of the wicketkeeper to the boundary. So runs have finally started to come by. Penang were hoping to be around that 90 odd runs, but now even 120 runs are on the card if they're able to continue this way. And once again, some bounce on off of Khizar Hayat. I think it's just the way that he's bowling, he's extracting that little bit of an extra bounce. That's how much of a effort he's putting in with each delivery. So with that, another good over for Penang comes to completion. It's 17 overs completed, 81 with a loss of 7. Excellent captaincy from Saidis to bring back that very dangerous Neville back into the bowling attack. He's someone who's done such an exceedingly good job with the new ball, and now he will have that responsibility of just clearing out this tail. Belfront has done his job, if you ask me. He's gone on to score just 2 runs of 11 deliveries, but he's sticking out there like a sore thumb for Kuala Lumpur because he's partnering someone like Mushtaq Ahmed, and that has really given him the cushion that someone is there from the other end to hold off. So even that has allowed Mushtaq Ahmed to free his arm and go after the bowling here. I think Neville is just one delivery away from producing another wicket. If he lands it in that Yorker, his pace can sometimes make it difficult for the batters to bring out their defense. Just like that, he starts off with a delivery away from the off stump of Delvran, and these are the balls that sometimes can line up a batter when they are ready and waiting for a ball on the offside. Suddenly he can bring one in, and that is the reason why many of the batters in this domestic arena fears Neville. Belvran doesn't need to try too many extra things. He has continued holding off one end, and all he needs to do is maybe pick up a single here. Fuller delivery, feels off his own bowling and stops it. So another dot, clusters of dot deliveries is exactly what Penang will not want to have at the death end of this innings. They'll want to increase the runs and somehow take it to a competitive total. They want to have their bowlers bowl at Kuala Lumpur with a total that they will be a little bit comfortable with, and at least a run a ball 120 on runs would be interesting to have some kind of a game out of it. Oh, this is a shot. This is a serious looking shot against Neville, and one bounce over the fence. Really good batting from Belfront here. He's been a spectator for most of his innings, but exactly when it is required, he is stepping up on that accelerator. That will give him lots of confidence as well, especially against someone with the experience of Neville. And this is really how punishing cricket can sometimes be, even with the likes of an experienced Neville. If you've pitched it full, if the ball is asking to be hit, the batters are not going to pay any kind of respect. They are going to go after you. That's really the message that is to be taken. Uncomfortably played and cramped him up, and beautifully bowled this time by Neville, and his competitive nature is on full display. Eventually, the cramp only allows him to open his arms and guide it towards that fielder at backward of point. Soft dismissal, and a good innings comes to completion from Belvran. He's stuck around, but eventually he has to go back to the pavilion. So here is the replay of this wicket. As you can see that he was steaming in, and this time pitched on that body line. Nothing much he could have done. except maybe to play at it with soft hands. But this time he was looking for some runs, and that is the reason why he is to go back to the pavilion. Penang are in deeper trouble at the moment with the fall of the wicket. It is 8 wickets down. The score is 85 with a loss of 7 and 8 just now with that wicket. And in comes another new batter up against Neville, a very dangerous Neville. Just 2 more wickets remaining. Riknesh and Muhammad Anmar Irfan. So Anmar is out there in the middle. It was a change of pace this time. Neville has just given him a little bit of a breathing space because usually he's bowled so quick. He's bowled with a lot of pace and a lot of dominance. So turning out to be another brilliant over, even though he's considered a boundary, he's come back very strongly, produced a wicket and a dot. So on the verge of finishing off his spell, Neville has just given away just 15. So here he comes. Let's see if the ruthlessness can be there for one more delivery. And tantalizingly close to that leg stump this time. The destroyer-in-chief, Neville, finishes off a brilliant spell of fast bowling here today against Penang. And that was ruthlessness at its absolute best. It is a masterclass in terms of left-arm fast bowling, and he's finishing with that outstanding figure of 3 for 15. So he has set the tone early. He's bowled a maiden as well, and has come back and also produced a wicket. So really, we can say that he's the man who's ripped through the Penang top order and now even picked up a wicket in the lower order as well. So he just outthought the batters, and it's just been comprehensive fast bowling from him. 18 overs completed, 85 with a loss of 8, and now finally Mushtaq will have a chance to have strike, because once again with the fall of a wicket, he was kept away from the strike most of the over. So here he is in a sea of collapse, batting on a score of 46. Thrashes it away on the offside. Have to give the fielder, the captain, full credit for that. He was able to stop it quite comprehensively, because otherwise a boundary was written all over it. You can see that all the fielders are quite happy with the captain's effort, and Mushtaq Ahmed would feel quite unlucky to have missed out on a boundary there. Khizar, on the other hand, has an opportunity to add one to his wickets tally. He is one of the bowlers who is always among the leaderboard in terms of the highest wicket taker. And so far today, he hasn't picked up any, but he has done a good job in this tournament. Good bit of timing on that occasion. The ball goes down the ground, but Khizar will be very unhappy to have missed out on any kind of wicket. In this tournament, he's picked up 3, and usually he's known to be picking up many more. So let's see if he's able to close out this innings nicely. He's someone who picks up wickets when the team needs him most, and as a spinner to operate in the death, it's also never easy, and looks like Khizar Hayat is someone who has specialized in that responsibility, and he's delivered the goods most of the time. Mushtaq Ahmed is in with a chance. I think he should be able to take on the spinner here and just add on as many runs as possible. Oh, that is smashed. The ball goes in the air, long, high, did it, and eventually the fielder at long on will just watch it. I have to tip my hat off to Mushtaq Ahmed here today. Take a bow, Mushtaq. You absolutely deserved it. When the top order fell, you have the right to celebrate because you've done an outstanding job here. The man stood tall and played a knock full of maturity, class, and silent defiance, if I can say. He's played with some smart acceleration as well. and he tried to counter-attack. He was just not having the right partner at the other end. But we have to say that this was a brilliant half century, and under immense pressure, this is a half century that I think he's going to remember for a very long time, because it was up against a quality bowling attack, and he's trying to continue attacking, but this time just gets a single. But really, it is an innings which defines the character and resilience of Muhammad Mushtaq Ahmed here. So Anwar is on strike. Anwar Irfan scored 1 of 3, and Khizar Hayat is really searching for that 1 wicket. He has 2 more deliveries to get it. Nicely cut away, beautifully placed as well. The chase is on, and eventually the fielder does well to just recover from that cut shot. So another single, and Mushtaq Ahmed will have one last chance against Khizar Ahmed to just go after it. Let's see what the result is going to be. Here is Khizar. Shuffles across the stump and creates some room on the leg side, but eventually that is going to be a single. But I think Penang will be happy, because with that single he's going to keep strike. And that is the completion of the spell from Khizar Hayat. His 4 overs have gone for 27, and he hasn't picked up a wicket. And right now we are in for the last over. Mushtaq has quietly turned this into one of the grittiest innings of the tournament that I have seen. At the moment he's batting on 55 of 45 deliveries. He's not just shown resistance, but he has also shown adaptability. And look how well he has shifted the gears. When things were looking very difficult, he was playing with a very clinical approach. And now, quickly, at the moment, he's gone on to eventually hit 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. So it hasn't been the most flashy, not the most dominating, but I have to say it was one of the smartest and one of the most responsible innings I've seen in recent times. Most of the wickets, unfortunately for Penang, has fallen in clusters, but he has held on to one end, and at the moment he's in with a chance to finish strongly for Penang here. Up against Arif, this is going to be the last over. Creating some room on the offside this time, but the timing on that occasion is not the most convincing. Neville does well at long off, and Mushtaq Ahmed has decided that it is his responsibility to go after the bowling, so denies the single here. Quite interesting, because I think Anwar, in the previous 4 deliveries that he has faced, he has looked a man with proper technique, even though he's come out to bat in the second last wicket. So have to see how much Mushtaq is able to capitalize, because that last delivery was a very good one. So once again, he's not able to clear the boundary, but he can't afford to take run as well, because then the approach becomes questionable. Once you have decided to not take singles, you really have to go after the bowling here. So even though Arifullah has gone out to bowl a couple of dots, I think the intention of Mushtaq Ahmed is still something that we have to appreciate. He feels that he has the man who's set, and he wants to go after the bowling here. Innovation this time, but doesn't really get it exactly where he wanted to place it. So Arifullah is not going to be very unhappy. He's produced 3 dot deliveries, and Mushtaq Ahmed is starting to look slightly frustrated here. And that's really what Arifullah would have wanted when he refused those singles. So here he is once again steaming in, and I won't be too surprised if he goes for a short pitch delivery. But so far, he's done a good job, and I think he's trying to replicate exactly what he has done. And unfortunately, it's a low full toss. He's picked up the gap, and that is disappointing from Arifullah. He was really doing a good job, but he can't really error in terms of the line and length here. And you can see, if there is any kind of error in the execution of Arifullah, Mushtaq Ahmed is just ready and alert to the situation to capitalize on it in the maximum fashion. So he picks up a boundary, and he's justifying the reason for not rotating the strike. 2 more deliveries left, and if he's able to pick up at least 2 more in the next 2, I think his decision will be fully justified here. Arifullah has his work cut off. He wants to finish nicely, and with that boundary, 100 is on the board for Penang. Beautifully bowled, much better. Excellent delivery from Arifullah, exactly what is required. Doesn't need to try anything different. Good old-fashioned joker is always going to be productive at the death. The replay is on, and you can see that just somehow the bowler misses on picking up that off stump. Now in with the last delivery, so only 4 runs off it, even though Mustaq Ahmed decided to keep the strike for himself. That's the completion of almost a struggle for Penang. Oh, that is beautifully placed, and full marks for that execution from Mustaq Ahmed. Eventually, he will feel that he's done the job. He's picked up a couple of boundaries in the over of Arifullah, and he remains not out, scoring 63 of 51 deliveries. An innings that Penang is definitely going to remember, and I think he's left an impression for the viewers as well. So, with that, it is the completion of the innings. 104 runs is all that Penang managed, but thanks to that man, Mustaq Ahmed, who stood tall like a lone wolf. He scored 63 of 51, and other than that, nothing really that can be mentioned. It is a scintillating effort with the ball for Kuala Lumpur. I think most of them have stepped up to the occasion. Said Aziz and Neville has done a very good job with the new ball, and they've picked up 2 and 3 wickets each. Virendeep Singh was once again mightily in his approach. He's picked up 3 as well. So with that, 104 runs is all that Penang has managed with the loss of 8. The target for Kuala Lumpur when they come out to bat with this squashbuckling batting lineup will be just 105. So we'll have to wait and watch what the innings progression will be for Kuala Lumpur when they come out to bat. But with that, we'll have a short innings break. We'll be back with live action shortly. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, everyone, for this wonderful chase from Kuala Lumpur. Penang finished their innings at 104 for loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. And once again, it was a one-man show led by Mushtaq Ahmed, who stood tall amidst the collapse. His brilliant 63 of 51 balls, decorated with 7 boundaries and 2 sixes, was a knock of patience, class, and grit. While wickets kept tumbling at the other hand, Mushtaq anchored the innings, pacing his knock carefully. The conditions were tricky, the bowling relentless, especially from Kuala Lumpur, left arm paces and accurate spinners. But Mushtaq hold his nerve very well. Here we go for the second innings. The first ball from Bilal to Syed Aziz, the man who's too handy with the ball today. Let's see what he can do with the bat. First ball of the second innings from Bilal. Slip in place. Decent bowling effort from Bilal, getting that extra bit of bounce, and he has got that good speed and pace and everything. The wicket has shown signs of slowness, and Penang bowlers will look to exploit every bit of it. This is John myself in the com box. To all the listeners and spectators, you're watching and listening this match. This match is live on Fan Code app. If you have a mobile phone in your hand, just take it and just search in Fan Code MCA Interstate T20 Championship. Then you will get this wonderful match which is happening at BAYUEMAS Oval in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So now, Cahill, the Kuala Lumpur, require 105 runs in 20 overs. So it's going to be a 50-50 contest. We cannot call just like that. This may be a easy equation for Kuala Lumpur to achieve it. We have seen some multiple teams have got troubled on chasing this total like this. It's an easy ask, but cricket isn't played on paper. It's played on pressure, partnerships, and execution. Syed Aziz and Arslan, they are the two openers for Kuala Lumpur. Bilal with the first two dot deliveries, putting that full pressure. And they have kept the right fielders on right areas. Jersey number is 150, Bilal, and he bowls a wide. So first runs on the board for Kuala Lumpur that came from the hands of Penang bowlers. Obviously, Syed Aziz and Aslan definitely will be thinking to hit as many as boundaries and sixes, some runs needed for them inside the power play. They have to put that full intent. They will ready to show their full strength, accelerating the innings. Penang innings may have ended at a modest of 104, but there is far more to the story than just numbers. The real headline was Mushtaq Ahmed, that valiant 63 of 51. Now, which on the surface, like Kuala Lumpur, looks straightforward, but as we have seen throughout the tournament, early wickets have changed everything. In fact, if I just want to say that what happened in the earlier match, Johor versus Malacca, when Malacca won some runs on the board, Johor bowlers did a fantastic job. So this is like a same scenario where Kuala Lumpur batters now they face the same scenario, and that's a brilliant shot played on the gap towards the offside. So this time, no chance for the fielder to stop the ball. First boundary on the board for Kuala Lumpur and also for Syed Aziz. Responsibility on his hand, and he's carrying that full burden on his shoulders. The bowlers, especially the opening paces, will need to channel their aggression and look for some swing or C movement in the power play. This is the pace where pressure can build unexpectedly. Let's not forget this T20 isn't just about score, it's about momentum, belief, and the discipline. Oh, that's a wide. Earlier, we have seen an extra bowl by Bilal, and once again, extra runs for the batting unit. Kuala Lumpur just finding for the runs, but that has been given by the Penang bowlers. So a key questions ahead of the chase is like, will Penang bowlers stick to a tight plan and create scoreboard pressure? On the other hand, Kuala Lumpur batters, they have to find the partnerships, or will they fall into the same trap as Penang did in the first innings? 95 is the ask. This can be done. Syed Aziz is having a lot of potential and he is a strong character. And just look at the distance between the wicket keeper and the next fielder who is standing next to the wicket keeper. Uh, so that's a game awareness. As of now, the first over, 10 runs been uh, came for the Kuala Lumpur in matches like this Penang versus Kuala Lumpur, where the margin for error is slim and conditions constantly shift gear. Game awareness become just as important as raw skill or athleticism. Kuala Lumpur, they have already got a big win, and what a beautiful piece of bowling this has been from Bilal. The ending of this over with the dot delivery, 1 hour just got completed. Kuala Lumpur 10 runs on the board for the loss of no wicket. Here comes Rajkumar. And we already saw that Penang collapse early. So Kuala Lumpur, they would have gone through that before the second innings have got started. Kuala Lumpur's batters have come to some strong mindset to put this chase on. For them, it wasn't about the pace or turn along. It was about the understanding the match situation, the batter's mindset, and executing the right ball at the right time. Rajkumar. As for young players, this match is like a classroom, learning when to rotate the strike, when to slow down or accelerate. If you're someone who is watching this match, like what I was about to mention, oh, using the hiding the ball technique. Oh, he might be getting the wicket right now. Yes, it is. Rajkumar trick has been worked very well right now. He's an active bowler and he seems to be pro in this, I guess. He would have played many matches and he has got a bit of experience in this. He's an experienced campaigner. What a way to welcome the first wicket for Penang, Kuala Lumpur, Arslan. The batter who looks confident with Syed Aziz, but he couldn't able to score any sort of runs in this match. He faced 3 deliveries and he went for 0. So now the instructions from Rajkumar to all of his teammates. But how does that magic happen? For Rajkumar, the first 2 balls was a dot, and the third delivery he picks up a wicket with by showing the hiding the ball technique. Is the bowler's technique of concealing grip seam position and wrist and release. But we have seen from the spinner, I guess, if I'm not wrong, uh, in this modern T20 cricket, we often get to see that so many bowlers are using this hiding the ball technique. But Rajkumar is not a spinner. He's a, he's a, he's a medium pacer who is having a bit of some speed and action. The goal is deception. The batter misreads line, length, or variation and plays the wrong shot. So that's how it works. The batter sees release later and has less time to adjust. And Rajkumar makes the batter to make that mistake. That late detection increases the chances of getting edges, misses, mistiming. And that is the thing happened right now with Arslan. Ahmed Fayaz, a new batter, is at the crease for Kuala Lumpur. But what a wicket from Rajkumar. He gets a breakthrough. Is the same thing. Hiding the ball technique. So many of you wondering when you see this match, uh, the bowling action of Rajkumar, like what would be the right benefit from this? If the batter can't anticipate the delivery, they have to react purely on instinct, often to take too late to play the ideal shot in a format like T20, where reaction time is already minimal, so you won't get that reaction. Hiding the ball can turn an ordinary delivery into a wicket-taking one. It's a uh, that may be the small detail I would like to give on that. But this time the batter got a big elevation and that went towards the tree area with a big six. Kuala Lumpur finishing off this over. So this six came from Syed Aziz. Was just waiting for so long time for almost 2 overs. He waited for this big hit to be get connected. 17 already on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Oh, here comes a new ball, I guess. So which means it's the extra work for the groundsmen and the rest of the people who are standing and watching this match in that ground. They will go and search for the ball immediately. Played on the gap, and it should be a boundary for Ahmed Fayaz. This time the right-hander says that, okay, it is my responsibility to score some runs for our side. And he seems to be literally charged up, just using his feet very well. And he made that little bit of adjustment and going for the shot immediately, putting the full bat towards the ball. This is total distraction from Ahmed Fayaz. Bilal is the bowler who bowled the first over. Now he just conceded a boundary. Syed Aziz is looking strong at the another end. We've seen the big six came from this player the last over. So Ahmed Fayaz has got the full time. More overs yet to play for him in this game. And they have a lot of responsibility in their shoulders. In the first innings, I was keep on telling about the growth of Malaysian cricket. In this match, you see that some challenging conditions this both teams faced, where early wickets have tumbled and scoreboard pressure is high. The responsibility is full on the middle order batters right now. Number 3 and number 4 has to uh, put up a show on this matches to understand the bowling patterns and rotate strike effectively to keep the scoreboard ticking. Batters in this phase obviously can't rely solely on boundaries. Instead, they need to play with some game awareness, identifying the gaps, running hard between the wickets, and ensuring that the momentum isn't lost. Moreover, this group must also shoulder the rebuilding role if a collapse is occurred, or to take up the attacking role if the openers have set a strong platform, their ability to switch gears and control the tempo. That is what defines cricket. Is all about learning. It's not about only boundaries or sixes being scored by a batter or wickets being taken by a bowler. In Penang case today, you see that after that early slump, it was Mushtaq Ahmed who showed maturity, holding one hand and playing a near lone hand. His innings highlights how crucial a responsible middle order knock can be. So that is the same pattern as to get follow with Kuala Lumpur. They would have watched the uh, game of Mushtaq Ahmed, how he handled the pressure, playing some risky shots. So cricket initially and gradually will help you and make you learn in overall the circumstances which you face. Bilal needs an immediate help right now. So is he need a physio check? At some point, something is hurting his legs. So for a player, this injury concerns, obviously, it plays a vital role when you play at tournaments like this in today's demanding cricketing environment. Injury concerns have become a major talking point. If one particular playing is at good flow, with the sport being played across formats and continents almost year end, whether it's paces pushing through high workloads or batters adjusting to different surfaces and conditions, if you see a pacer like Bilal, his workload is more higher. The tall as immense cricketers today are fitter and faster, but with that comes a risk of overuse injuries. They get to used to that, spending more number of time inside the nest, especially for the fast bowlers who put immense strain on the back, shoulders, and knees. Even fielders with increased focus on agility and diving efforts are prone to niggles, muscle pulls, and even fractures. So, T20 cricket in particular has increased the intensity of the game, demanding explosive sprints and quick reflexes and powerful hitting, all of the which can cause fatigue and stress injuries, especially in tight match calendars. For teams, managing injuries is about the prevention and planning. So, rotation players smartly allowing recovery time. Bilal, it seems to be not okay, I guess, but I feel that he is ready to bowl and to continue this over. Still, one more ball is pending in this over, the bowl. But in fact, we have to think about in this point also. If they miss Bilal in this match for the next few overs, then it's going to be a big problem for Penang. Bilal is one of the crucial bowler for Penang side, and they should have him. And also, meanwhile, Bilal has to get that immediate physio check about his getting his recovery time to come and continue in this match to bowl is next 2 overs. 3 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur 25 already on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. 3 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur 25 already on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Vishuvarban bowling his first over in this game. Flighted through the air and just bowls wider. There should be some valuable runs coming for Kuala Lumpur. As of now, they seems to be not get frustrated by going for any rash shots. Somehow they need some runs. Vishuvarban again to Sayed is 11 of 9. So in the heart of any gripping T20 contest, spinners often become the silent game changer. Suddenly they will come and take some quick wickets, while pace bowlers grab attention with speed and swing. And even we see that the first innings, how Kuala Lumpur spinners came and restricted Penang batting unit. And slower pitches, like we often see in parts of Malaysia, spinners thrive. The grip of the surface, subtle variations in pace and intelligent flight make them a real threat. Whether it's a left-arm orthodox leg spinner or an offie, their value lies not just taking in wickets but in building the pressure. Ahmed Fayaz, 8 of 6, right-hander, right-left combination. Is there any problems for Vishuvarban? Yes, it seemed, but the chase is on from the fielder to stop the ball. No slip in place for Ahmed Fayaz. Pretty interesting from Vishuvarban. Inside the power play, a spinner in action, but no slip in place for the new batter. Syed seems to be in trouble this time. Yes, he finds a fielder, a simple catch. A perfect one for him to grab the ball. The change has been worked very well for Penang this time. They have shuffled the bowlers, went for the right bowler, Vishuvarban. They didn't went for the pacer. Instead of going for the pacer, they went for a spinner. And he picked up an important wicket. A man who smashed a six little bit earlier in this game. Now he didn't get that much of elevation. Great piece of mind work and great execution from Vishuvarban. And he picked up an important wicket. So 30 runs on the board. Kuala Lumpur, they have lost 2 wickets. Who said this game has already got over? No. What I would like to tell in the sense, this game is not yet got over. It's in a 50-50 position. So we can't predict anything quite easily. We have to wait and watch till the last ball of the 20th over. 3.4, Kuala Lumpur 30 on the board. But you see the scorecard right now. A magic has happened. Penang bowlers are doing a fantastic one, taking up 2 crucial wickets at a regular, conceding 5 runs. But he picked up an important wicket, a crucial one at the right time. Virendip, here comes the hero. All eyes on Virendip right now. A tall man, he has got that good reach and height and advantage in a high pressure game. There is nothing more valuable than experience. Virendip has to show something for his opponent. Yes, I guess this should be a maximum coming from Virendip. Everyone might be watching this man hitting a six. His family and friends would be happy on seeing the performance of Virendip. Not only is too handy with the ball today, what a grip, and look at that bat swing from Virendip. His height is the another advantage for him to pick up the ball nicely, and that came right on his slot. So if you bowl any bad deliveries like to Virendip, he will punish you like this. A mistake made by Vishu Urban. 4 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur, they are looking at a good position right now. 36 already on the board, but they've lost their two important wickets. And here comes Bilal. 18 runs been conceded by Bilal. And look at that run up from Bilal. That fast paced action, getting that speed. And just look at the acceleration, the way he starts up his run up. That is almost been the fear factor. Played at the offside, on the gap. There should be a big chase for the fielder to stop the ball, and he gets the boundary. Ahmed Fayaz, 9 of 8. Something a special innings this is turning out to be from him. So, in this wonderful chase, he has already got his wonderful partner Virendip, who is standing at the non-striker's end. But have a look at that shot. Perfection at its best. And even the fielder can't stop the ball. We came to see that there is a long chase was there from the fielder. Now the equation is simple. Ahmed Fayaz, 13 of 9, putting up the big show here. In a high pressure game, there is nothing more valuable than this beautiful experience. Oh, gone, I think so. And there is a celebration from Bilal, who told Bilal is not okay to bowl in this match. And he said that, okay, boss, I can deal this. And I'm the only one who's going to take a wicket for my side. That is a big response from Bilal. Jersey number 150, getting that long run up and cleaned him up, the batter. And he says, Ahmed Fayaz, to go back and you can have your seat in your dugout. .3 is on the progress. 40 runs already on the board. Dias Patru Deepak Kumar. Surprisingly, it's quite interesting to see and call a player is having 4 names. Dias Patru Deepak Kumar. 40 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. Kuala Lumpur, they find themselves in a spot of bother, and the chase of 105 suddenly looks a lot steeper than expected. With 3 top order batters back in the pavilion, the momentum has clearly shifted. The early strikes have unsettled the Kuala Lumpur's rhythm, forcing the middle order to now play a rescue act rather than a free-flowing chase. Decent bowling effort from Bilal and putting that full pressure on the batter, Diaz batter Deepak Kumar. And Virendip, uh, a batter who scored a big maximum in that last over. I just want to mention to all the spectators and listeners who are watching and listening this match, maybe you might have been aware of this. Virendip Singh is the first associate player to score 3,000 T20I runs. So, such a standout performer, and he's got many Player of the Matches awards. So, his wicket is going to be a very, very crucial one. Penang definitely would be looking for him. So where the game awareness becomes crucial, the shot selection or the strike rotation and the temperament will define the next space. Still, they have overs in hand, but obviously they have to keep their wickets in hand. Now that is the only thing is the key currency. A calm head like Virendip Singh or a strong partnership could steady the ship. But credit to the Penang, they have brought life back into the contest. The next 4 to 5 overs will be decisive. Will Kuala Lumpur regroup or is an upset on the cards? But we will have to find out. 2 dot deliveries on the trot, which means 3, I guess. And look at that energy from the teammates of Penang. 5 overs have got completed. It's 40 runs already on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. And here is the last ball being bowled by the bowler Bilal, and that was actually a great stop with the one-handed. So it's time for me to welcome my co-commentator Abrar.
Thank you very much, John, for having me back here at the Combox. And so far, a lot has transpired out there for Kuala Lumpur and Penang, if I'm being honest here, because when the target was 105 and Syed Aziz came out to bat with Arslan Shabir, all hops were on them for just turning out the heat here. But things have looked very different, hasn't it? Penang has stepped up with the ball in hand. Bilal Hazrat is one of the trailblazers when it comes to bowling with the new ball. He's done so well in that recently concluded T10 tournament as well. And now stepping up in this T20 format, his 3 overs going for 22 runs and picked up that beautiful wicket of the very dangerous Ahmed Faiz. And perhaps that was one of the sights to be upheld. What a wicket that was. That off stump was Cartlin, and then came the celebration. So at the moment, they have also lost both their openers. The captain Syed Aziz has gone back at the hut. He looked fluent, but he felt trying to force the pace of this innings. And Arslan was called for a duck. So an informed batter has already been taken apart here. Rajkumar Rajendran is brought back into the attack, and he has also begun quite nicely for his side. He's among the wickets. A good looking shot from the young gun. Diaz Patro here chases on, but eventually the ball wins the race. He's a man who's shown a lot of promise in that under 16 tournament, in that recently concluded one from the Asian Cricket Council. And he's really now trying to make a name amongst the senior campaigners. He's batting with one of the greats of Malaysia cricket, Virendip Singh here. And now he's trying to make an impression. The target isn't a big one, so this is really the platform for Diaz Patro, to be very honest, because if he gets a big innings here, he'll really start to make more name for himself. And just like that, he looks so fluent when he plays shot on the offside. A couple of occasions already, and a couple of boundaries for him, starting to look very good out there, and really being helped by some poor bowling from Rajkumar Rajendran. So with that, it seems like Kuala Lumpur are still finding the boundaries despite some stumbles. And at the moment, momentum is still going to be with Kuala Lumpur, and it is their match to lose. On the other hand, Penang has done a good job. All the 3 bowlers that they have introduced has featured among wickets, and right now they've picked up 3 of the Kuala Lumpur's top order batters. They'll be eyeing to pick up a couple more, and if they're somehow able to get the wicket of Virendeep Singh here, they'll be in with a chance. We're at the last over of the batting power play for Kuala Lumpur, and finally we have Virendeep Singh in strike. He has already hit a maximum, but right now, because of the fall of his partner Ahmed Faiz at the other end, it has been seemingly quite a long wait for him to get the strike back. Gorgeously played that off the back foot, but doesn't get the gap. So it's a dot ball. Rajkumar Rajendran will feel that he's done his job. He's picked up a wicket, and in his 2 overs, he hasn't really gone for plenty. So last ball of the over and last ball of the power play. Virendeep Singh cuts that one away, and the chase is on one more time. This time, the fielder should be able to win it, and he does a good effort by the fielder has covered plenty of ground, and with that, it is a good result for Virendeep Singh. 2 runs for him, and that's the completion of the power play. So at the moment, Kuala Lumpur is off to a good start, even though they lost the 3 wickets. They've managed to score 52 runs, and they're off and running. Just to mention, the required run rate is just under 4, and they'll be required to get exactly 53 runs from the next 14 deliveries. So, in my opinion, the next 4 overs will be quite crucial for Penang. If they're able to pick up a couple of wickets in quick succession, then I can still say that this is a funny game, and sometimes miraculous things have happened. So, we can't really take Penang out of the equation yet. They have shown promises. Let's see how it goes from here. Diaz Petro is moved on to 9 of 6, and his partner, the senior campaigner, Virendeep, is also 9 of 5. The right approach from here should be Kuala Lumpur trying to go after the bowling. I don't think they have to play very cautiously here, because sometimes when that negative frame of mind comes in, you can eventually find yourself in some kind of a tangle. And mentioning about tangle, it was Vishwa Ruben, who's picked up a wicket here, and even though he's given away 11 in his previous over, the captain will take it. So here he comes with a little bit of width provided, and Diaz Petro has shown us before how good he is on the offside, and so far it's been comfortable for him right when he's come out to bat. Nothing really threatening against him so far, but I thought Bilal Hassas has done such a good job. Maybe we could see from a fast bowler to be introduced, but that has not been the case. And looks like the spinners are the way to go here. Virendeep Singh this time he's on strike, doesn't get a run here, but he's someone who can suddenly start attacking you so much you can't really find anywhere to bowl against him. So with the limited opportunity you have when he's still looking to get some runs, that's when you have to capitalize, because these are really the big names, and if you are featuring amongst wickets, especially against the likes of Ahmed Faiz and Virendeep Singh, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and that's when you can do that. Rajkumar Rajendran does well there in the deep and keeps it down to just a single. So far, it has been an impressive start from Diaz Petro. Exactly the kind of situation where someone like this young campaigner can thrive. Wanted to cut that one away, but eventually it's a square drive that takes the ball straight to long off. Another single. Dealing in singles here, and Penang will not be too upset, but it's really the wickets that they are hunting for. Fuller delivery, and it is Virendeep Singh trying to go after it. A fielder is there, and would you believe it? Big moment in the game. This is massive. And look at the spirits of all the players in Penang. It is Appu Rajkumar Rajendran who's taken the catch, and Vishwa Ruben who's taken the prize wicket of Virendeep Singh. He has to go back for 10 runs, but this is a massive blow. Kuala Lumpur has started off with a lot of promise, but I think Virendeep Singh is going to be very disappointed with himself. He was trying to go after the big shot, and you can understand why. But on that occasion, it's just that execution. The ball went high up in the air, and I have to say that that was a stunning catch. Sometimes, when the ball spends too much of time aerially, it can sometimes be very difficult to line yourself up. But eventually, full marks for that dedication and that smartness in the field. Now I can truly say that Penang are in with a chance, and in comes the very experienced Khizar Hayat. He's known to be able to take his team away from difficult situations, And now this is a very tricky phase. Let's see how Khiza Hayat goes from here. He's in with partnering someone like Diaz Petro, who's slightly inexperienced, but he really has solid technique. So he has a good partner in the likes of the young gun. So let's see. Can it be a good merge of experience and youth? That is what I have to say here. On the other hand, Vishwaruban has been spectacular. This is stunning bowling. Suddenly, out of nowhere, he's picked up two prize wickets and he's gotten two of the most experienced batters, two of the biggest names in Malaysia domestic circuit as well as international cricket. Saeed Aziz gone back scoring 12 and Virendip Singh gone for 10. Both the wickets picked up by Vishwaruban, and with that dot, he finishes off the over. 7 done, 55 with a loss of 4, and this turns out to be one of the best overs from Penang we've seen today. And more spin to continue. The very experienced Peter Isaac, the uncanny off spinner into the attack, and he's someone with that signature bowling action, and he's someone who's extracted a lot of turn from this pitch even before. So let's see if this can be something that can provide a little bit of a platform for Penang to just chip in with a couple more. Because with 4 wickets down, this way the game can go either ways. The scale is right in the balance, and right now it is difficult for us to just comment from up here which team is in with a better chance. Have to say that it is Kuala Lumpur's game to lose, but Virendip Singh, one of the biggest names in Kuala Lumpur, is really expected to take the team deep. But with his wicket that is gone, suddenly this chase has gotten a little more interesting than expected. Right now, it is Khizar Hayat on strike. Peter Isaac is another bowler who is known to be a wicket taker, but right now they need a solid partnership. Maybe at least of 20, 30 runs. And look at that stunning catch off his own bowling. Peter Isaac stepping up and he's picked up a wicket just when Kuala Lumpur hoped that Khizar Hayat can continue. He has to go back to the pavilion. Big moment. Such a strong team. On paper, Kuala Lumpur, nobody can rule them out in terms of their batting approach. But right now, we have to give Penang some credit. They've come out very strongly here. And out of nowhere, Peter Isaac gets a wicket. Straightforward, in with a chance, and takes it off his own bowling. And then he celebrates. Why he shouldn't. Brilliant. Big moment. And now I can truly say that the panic is about to set in. The run rate is just under 4. It's not about the required run rates. 5 wickets gone. Half of the side is down and out. So now Kuala Lumpur are really starting to look a little bit worried here. Neville is now coming out to the middle to join Diaz Petro. And Neville has lots of experience, but he's a reputed bowler. Now he will have his work cut off as a batter. He's a handy all rounder, though, but up against a team that is in full flow with momentum in their side, Penang is really in with a chance. Huge moment in the game, especially it was quite unexpected to get a wicket out of nowhere. Not much wrong done by Khizar Hayat, but have to give credit to Peter Isaac to be able to get hold of that grip of the ball and be able to extract something extraordinary from this pitch. The chase is really unraveling, and right now Peter Isaac is delivering when his team needs him the most. Oh, what a shot. That is not thinking of any kind of pressure. But would you believe it? It is gone. Another catch. Appu takes it and unbelievably slow. And somehow it is Peter Isaac who's picked up 2 in 2. And right now, Kuala Lumpur are absolutely dismantling themselves out there. They are celebrating. And Neville, the ever so experienced Neville, is now going to take the long walk back to the hut. And one more time, from out of nowhere, wickets are tumbling at regular intervals. Never really even one partnership has developed. And look at that. For a moment, I thought that was an excellent shot. And as you can see, went to the pitch of the ball and played that just in the air. And to his demise, we have to say that unfortunately he picked that one fielder in the deep, who is an absolutely stunning person in terms of the fielding effort. Appura Chandran is one of the best out there, and he's taken the catch as well. So would you believe it? Right now, not many big names. I keep talking about the big names of Kuala Lumpur batting lineup. Now, not many remaining. The inexperience is now starting to show, and Azri Azhar is walked out to join DS Petro. They're both capable batters, don't take me wrong. They're both stunning, and they've both promised a lot, and they've been there proving themselves so far. But right now, it's a completely different situation. They will need a lot of calmness, and they need to play with a lot of maturity, and to be expecting it from players who haven't had much experience in this domestic circuit is going to take a lot of ask. This is when characters are built. This is when you really flourish as a person. You really can showcase your talent. And that is why I have to say that this is a big moment in the game. Peter Isaac should be in with a sleep fielder perhaps because he's on a hat trick. Let's see. Against Azri Azhar is running in, and that will be a wide. So still the pressure is on. It is almost as if Peter Isaac is turning the ball square and really cramping the batter up. So even though that is a wide, he'll be still eyeing to pick up a wicket here. And here he comes. Legal delivery now coming in and nicely played. That is turning away one more time into the stump and making life very difficult. The spinners have suddenly started to operate, and they're not just operating, they're dominating. So right now it's 57 for 6. What can transpire? 2 more deliveries remaining. Every time Peter Isaac is running in, I feel that something is on the verge of happening. Oh, beautifully played this time. Don't really have to do too much. The run rate is not threatening, so they can afford to spend that little bit of time as well. But unbelievable scenes here unfolding at the BAYUEMAS Oval. What was supposed to be a routine chase has turned out to an absolute all-out collapse so far for Kuala Lumpur. Oh, beautifully played one more time, but tantalizingly close for Peter Isaac to be able to just hit the pad. So with that dot, he finishes off an excellent over, 2 wickets and just 2 runs off it. 8 overs done. It's 57 for 6. But have to say that Penang has turned this match on its head, and they've picked up so many wickets that now they are in full control of this game. Peter Isaac's troops are charged up. The fielders are electric. You can hear lots of noise that they're making out there. The bowlers are hunting in packs. And right now, Kuala Lumpur, if you ask me, they're absolutely shell shocked. So, from what has been a domination in terms of the Kuala Lumpur bowling effort, has now turned out to be a desperate attempt in terms of their batting approach. That's how cricket can sometimes transpire. It's a very cruel game, but you really talk about how this game is a game of glorious uncertainties. Right now, Vishwa Ruben is back into the attack, starts off with a loose delivery, but if you ask me, that man is going to be crucial. DS Petro, a lot depends on him. He's a person who has been under tremendous pressure as well. Even though it's a young career, he's a man with solid technique, and I really trust him a lot with his approach. Let's see how it goes. But what can pressure do? You can see on full display here. He's looked so fluent through the offside, but on that previous occasion, he looked like he missed out on a delivery that he's made a reputation of scoring against. This time, rocks on the back foot, but good effort by the bowler. So if Penang were just believing that they have a chance at the start of this bowling effort when they came out in this chase, now they should firmly be convinced that they're in with a chance. 6 wickets are down. And this has gone from a stroll for Kuala Lumpur to now become an absolute street fight. Cuts it away, but once again, they're not now being able to find the gaps in the field. This is what pressure can do. They're absolutely struggling there for runs at the moment, and some of the big names have gone back to the hut. Now they're looking from favorites to be absolutely flustered. Cut away this time. That should give them a window to pick up a single, and Diaz Petro goes off strike. So pressure, absolute pressure for them. And the one thing that is holding Kuala Lumpur together is definitely going to be hope. They're relying a lot on Azri Azhar alongside Diaz Patro. And right now, Penang is absolutely buzzing with belief. With every dot ball, they're roaring and they're finding themselves closer to just another occasion to celebrate. Can they find one here in this next delivery? Can they pick up a wicket? Nicely nudged around for a single, exactly what they need to do. Sometimes boundaries are going to be what is required, but as long as they keep ticking, they will not allow the pressure to come mounting at them. 9 overs done, it's 60 for 6. Because of that onslaught we have had before, the run rate is still in control. But if they can just pick up a couple of wickets, then Penang will be in with a chance. And the right man for the job is once again back at the helm of it. It is Peter Isaac, who's picked up 2 wickets, giving away just 2 runs. Now he will be coming in to bowl his second. Oh, beautifully bowled. He has that fielder on the leg side, but really, I think Peter Isaac should be starting to just attack a little bit more because this is the moment that he has to capitalize in. As long as they get runs, it doesn't matter if he is able to pick up some wickets. Captain is leading from the front, and Peter Isaac has stormed into this game like a man on a mission. It is all on him to be able to deliver, and right now he's doing a good job against these 2 young batters. He's bowling with such clever and tight lines that the batters have not been able to free their arms. And on top of it, they've played so many dot balls that the pressure is mounting on them. So Peter Isaac is still not delivered any kind of variation. He's sticking to some consistency here, but that has already been rewarding for him. Penang aren't just in this, they're running through momentum here. Kuala Lumpur still hoping for a partnership. And right now, the required run rate, which was under 3.5, is now starting to climb as well. It is 4.1. And a pressure release shot attempted from Azari Azhar, but only for a single. Peter Isaac really tightening the grip here. And at the moment, it's very difficult. I think it is all drama that perhaps one of the best script maker is writing. That's how the chase is unfolding here. 2 legal deliveries remaining. Tosses it up nicely. And yes, Petro happy to just defend at it. Here's the last ball of this over from Peter Isaac. Oh, that is a poor delivery. He should be mounting on the pressure, but he plays his away with a little bit of innovation, and he will get 1 run off it. There is still time for Kuala Lumpur, and they need to realize it, and they will be searching for a steady partnership. With that, 10 overs completed. It's 64 with a loss of 6, and with that information, the players will be taking drinks break here.
10 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur is 64 for the loss of 6 wickets. And it's time for these two batters to handle this middle overs. The Aspatro, Deepak Kumar, Mohammad Asri Azhar. So the Aspatro 15 of 16 slashes to the offside. And surely they will go for the single. With just 40 runs needed from 9.5, the equation might seem simple on paper, but have a look at the Kuala Lumpur scorecard right now. The situation tells a different story. They have already lost 6 wickets. A big uphill from Vishwavardhan, and the straight umpire knows it. Maybe there might be a point of contact. So coming back to the point, what I was just telling, that Virendit Singh's wicket, and he's a backbone of their batting lineup, has been dismantled. The early loss of Virendip Singh shifted the momentum, and now the lower middle order faces a challenge of navigating a tricky run chase. Is that the boundary? Yes, it seems the straight umpire indication clearly shown. 4 runs for Kuala Lumpur. After getting that long break in the pressure from their opponent, now they've got a good relief. 36 needed. So, which means this equation can be okay to say that 50-50 if we see in both point of view from Kuala Lumpur and also from Penang. The pitch has started off to offer grip for the spinners, and the bowlers have bowled with some discipline, line and length, using variation smartly. Dot balls are building tension, and every run now counts. Oh, extras again. Vishwavardhan. What KL needs is a calm head strike rotation and smart boundary. Picking not reckless shots with the run rate under control. It's no longer about power hitting, it's about game awareness, partnerships, and nerves. This time bowling round the wicket. Bowls clearly. And it seems no big runs conceded by Vishwavardhan so far in this over. That's good bowling effort from Vishwavardhan. He is a tactical bowler, jersey number 1. And he is using his tactics very well in this game. He has got that strategy to remove the important batters at the right time. Now, Diaz Patro got the strike, wrapped on the pads, and a big appeal. Vishwavardhan, once again, he picks up another wicket in this match. He got a big breakthrough. He got his 3rd wicket, it seems. What an over. And what a match this is turning out to be for Penang. This team coming out from a losing verge in the previous game against Putrajaya, and have a look at their performance. What they are literally doing right now against one of the best side in this tournament, Kuala Lumpur, and big wicket, plumb in front, straight umpire says that okay, it's my time to raise my finger. Up. So up goes the finger, and here comes a wicket for Vishwavardhan. The man in form is too handy with the ball, and he is doing a lot of trick with his hands and getting some wickets for Penang. So to be very honestly to tell this, Penang is a side who came like as an underdog for this match. Kuala Lumpur is a team who registered of more than 200 plus runs in this tournament little bit earlier in that last few games back ago. But that team is struggling right now in this venue to get this 105 runs on the board, 72 on the board for the loss of 7 wickets here. This is cricket. Miracles do happen, and this magic is happening for Penang. Vishwavardhan bowling his last ball of his spell. Great over. And he's finishing up his spell with one of the best I can call out. 25 runs been conceded by Vishwavardhan, but he picked up 3 crucial wickets in this game. 11 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur 72 already on the board for the loss of 7 wickets. So just 13 needed almost for Kuala Lumpur to win this match. They still have few overs remaining in this match to play. Again, there is a field change for this batter. High chance, high chance. The ball clears the distance. Who said only one player is going to take that catch? 2 fielders ran towards the ball. I guess it seems to be Raj, the fielder, who already taken a big catch in this same match. Little bit earlier, we have seen. This is tremendous fielding effort from Penang. Not only they are too great with the bat and also spectacular with the ball, and have a look at that height. That ball traveled much distance, but the batter didn't get much more of elevation for him to clear the boundary ropes. Straight away, the 2 fielders were having a discussion when they are going for that catch, like who wins that race on collecting the ball. Boss, I tell you this thing, it is not so easy for a player to take these catches under the sky. The situations like this, it's already a pressure for Kuala Lumpur. 32 needed, 8.5, 8.4 is on the progress. They have only 2 wickets in their hand, so which means anything can happen. If the batter scores 2 or 3 boundaries from here, definitely Kuala Lumpur will have the upper hand. But definitely, I would love to say this Penang is not going to give the chance easier for Kuala Lumpur. What a match this is turning out to be. If you're someone who's looking out for one of the greatest matches in the T20 cricket, boss, I tell you, take your mobile, search in fan code MCA Interstate T20 Championship, then you will get this beautiful match. The anticlimax, the great drama, it still awaits. Up goes the finger, I guess, but almost, that was too close. Big appeal came from Peter. And have you seen that reaction from Peter? He was quite disappointed after that big appeal came from him. But in my opinion, to be very honest, that was too close. The umpire's decisions will be the final one. Arif is at the crease, and they have to play a decent cricket for the next few years, and they have to be very, very cautious. It's already 74 for the loss of 8 wickets. Just imagine this situation. At one point of time, the opening stand, the opening pair, Said Aziz, who literally charged up and given a lot of hope on hitting the ball. And in fact, during the middle overs, Kuala Lumpur getting the boundaries and some amount of runs. So after the dismissal of Virendip Singh, there is no proper key batter from Kuala Lumpur to get the nerve to stay in this match to win for Kuala Lumpur. 12 overs have got completed. It's 75 already on the board for the loss of 8 wickets. And now we can see the dugout of Kuala Lumpur. Some sad faces. Not to worry, bro. This is not the right time for you to regret. But what I can tell you in this end, this match has not got it over. This match is still in the hands for both the team. So credit goes to the Penang bowlers for keeping the full pressure tight and exploiting every opportunity. The match has swung dramatically. Kuala Lumpur hopes now rest on a miracle. Just 30 needed, which means 5 sixes to win this game for Kuala Lumpur. Are they going to do it or not? That is a real question which is popping in my mind right now. Mohammad Azri coming up for a bigger one, but Bilal is the bowler. We have seen a little bit earlier in this match that he's got hurt, and now it seems the extra runs for Kuala Lumpur. What was an indication by the straight umpire? Is it a boundary? Oh, the fielder got fumble and he misses the ball. With just 2 wickets in hand, Kuala Lumpur's chase has entered a critical pace right now. While the next 26 runs may not seem like a big task in T20 cricket, the lack of recognized batters at the crease puts all the pressure on the lower order. Penang, on the other end, will smell blood and look to wrap things up quickly. The game now tests Kuala Lumpur's depth and patience and grit under pressure. 26 required. This can be done. Mohammad Azri Azhar to face Bilal. Gentle stroke. Pure drama waits. You can't ask a better T20 cricket match like this. The equation might look simple on paper. 26 from 7.4. But just see this. This is no ordinary chase. Kuala Lumpur is staring a defeat unless their lower order shows character, calm and calculation. This is where the match awareness meets the temperament. And you also have to be on the ball for every ball which you face in this game. To keep rotate, strike smartly. Don't let dot balls build pressure. Every singles will squeeze the target. One advice I would like to tell for Mohammad Azri Azhar: don't be full pressurized. You can wait for your right deliveries. There is no need for the big risk. One boundary every 2 overs can flip the momentum. Play accordingly. Yes, that's a good leave from the batter. Bilal did an exceptional performance today. In fact, he got the injury concerns. So coming back after a little bit of rest, so he bowls a crucial over. This is the one thing I was keep on mentioning in the beginning of this second innings. If they miss Bilal, definitely it's going to be a big problem for Penang. But successfully, Bilal was okay to bowl his last over in this game. So that is actually a good sign for Penang. One bowler at the right time will definitely create a huge impact. That too, dot balls at the death overs. They know the equation. They know the scenario. What is it exactly? In T20 cricket, boundaries often steal the spotlight, but it's the humble dot ball that builds real pressure. So every time a batter fails to score, the scoreboard stalls and the tension rises for the bowling side. The dot balls are gold dust. Arif, no point of contact, so which means a wide delivery from Bilal. Oh, whether he is checking with the batter? No, it seems, yes, the straight umpire given a wide. Again, they went to verify if there is any first touch over the body of a player, but it seems to be no. So now, dot balls, yes, they strangle the run rate, force mistakes, and break momentum. Especially in a close game like this one, each dot is a psychological win. Dot ball play is a matter. Penang bowlers have used this tool brilliantly, mixing line length and pace to frustrate Kuala Lumpur's batters. High chance for Penang. They're ready to take as many as risk for every over, for every ball. In modern T20s, we see that the dot balls are no less than mini wickets. Keep them coming and the game can turn without even a celebration. .24 needed for Kuala Lumpur from 7.0. 81 on the board. 2 wickets in hand. Dot ball is creating the pressure for Kuala Lumpur. So Kuala Lumpur looking for a second win in this tournament. For Penang, they have lost an earlier game. So in the world of T20 cricket, we see how this dot ball creates a big impact. Each dot ball is like a tightening a screw. One turn at a time, it forces the batters. Is he clears the boundary ropes or not? But he finds a fielder out there. Responsibility on Peter. And this is the same bowler being spoken about by my co-commentator Abrar little bit earlier in this game. Yes, he is a key factor, Peter. An exceptional wicket. This has been for Penang, and they are back into this game after getting this breakthrough. It's 81 for 9 down right now, but this match is still has not yet got over. So you can't able to see that full celebrations from Penang. But why? Why this wrong shot selection came from this batter? In fact, it didn't get that much of a big elevation. So straight into the hands of that fielder. Easy catch. So that's a perfection on his eyes on taking that ball. Another one bites the dust. A crucial breakthrough. Kuala Lumpur lost yet another, and the pressure just got heavier. So 1 wicket here for Penang will be a victory. 24 needed, 81 for 9, 6.4 overs. 1 wicket would be a victory for Penang. What could be done here? And just in place, they have kept the fielder out there. The collapse continues. Kuala Lumpur now 81 for 9. What started as a steady chase has turned into a dramatic downfall. And we have seen some few teams have scored a low total, maybe the 72. But what about Kuala Lumpur? Right now, 81. Chasing 105. Credit to Penang bowlers. They have kept the nerves, hit the right areas and forced Kuala Lumpur into making mistakes. So if there is one word in our life called belief, and hope. Boss, the two words have shown you a perfect example in the way of a Penang team. What kind of performance is this from Penang? Absolutely something's turned out today, and they have clearly outplayed their opponent. 3 dot balls and a wicket for Peter. Oh, it seems another bowler today. We have witnessed a wicket maiden, and that came at the death overs. So many instances happened in this match, but we have to just give a big credit to this wonderful spell from Peter. Someone like him is a much needed character for any side. Who went for 9 runs in his 4 overs, but he picked up 4 crucial wickets. Vishu Varman is the another factor which I was keep on telling that, but Peter, this man steals the entire show. So the management might be thinking like to whom we should give the player of the match. Boss, there is no clue. I mean, the answer is very straight. 14 overs have got completed. Kuala Lumpur 81 on the board for the loss of 9 wickets here. Arif plays a stroke and just guided with the single. So they're gonna push for another run. 2 runs. Great running between the wickets from Arif and Jasmine. They know the importance on getting the runs. Runs are not going to come easily for them. Full toss. And definitely they will stay at the crease. So everyone will be wondering for the result of this match. Who is going to be the real winner? Either it's Kuala Lumpur or Penang. Under the bright skies of Malaysia, Penang have won the toss and chose to bat first on a good surface despite early setbacks and consistent pressure from Kuala Lumpur's left-arm pacers and spinners. One man stood tall, Mushtaq Ahmed, is brilliant of 63 or 51, including the 7 boundaries and 2 sixes. And then comes the Kuala Lumpur with the strong batting lineup featuring the experienced Virendip Singh. Looks set to chase down the target, but this cricket is a game of moments, right? Proved out to be the turning point. The wicket of Virendip Singh now giving the problems for Kuala Lumpur. Penang bowlers stepped at the right time, showing discipline, game awareness, clever use of variations. Dot balls piled up, wickets kept falling and pressure got mounted. 84 for 9, last ball of this over. Are they going for a single? No, it seems so, which means 3 dot balls on the trot. 15 overs have got completed, 84 on the board for the loss of 9 wickets. So which means 1 wicket is still in the hand for Kuala Lumpur. Here is the match summary so far. So this will be briefed by my co-commentator Abrar.
Thank you, John, for allowing me this opportunity to come back and talk about what has been an absolute roller coaster of a performance from both these sides. The emotions are absolutely mixed, and I think one thing that is common from both these sides is the fact that they'll be facing tremendous pressure. The nerves are there, they will be facing their heart racing, and we have to check all of their pulses after the completion of this game. So I can truly say that this has been the best match of the tournament already. At the moment, Kuala Lumpur is 84 with a loss of 9. In comes Rajkumar Rajendran. And what a shot, but almost did it travel straight to the fielder. I thought it was a good looking shot, timed almost too well, and for a moment maybe it could have been taken at point as well. So really everything is a possibility. It can be Penang running away with a victory, and Kuala Lumpur should be also in an attempt to chase this total. So that's where this match is lying at the moment. This match has had absolutely everything. It's not finished yet, but what's clear already is that Penang has definitely scripted one of the most dramatic fightbacks I've ever seen in this Malaysian cricket. I've been around for some time, and that's really telling something, isn't it? So, with that, we have to say that defending a target like 104 is never going to be easy, especially with what my fellow commentator John has mentioned as well, that the odds are heavily stacked against the bowling side when the target is such a modest one. And you know that the likes of Birendeep Singh, Ahmed Faiz, Syed Aziz himself, and plenty more is up in the ranks of Kuala Lumpur. But their response has been so relentless and so fearless. The execution has been so clinical, and everyone really has stepped up. I have to compliment, take my hats off to Peter Isaac, the way he's rotated his bowlers. He's never allowed pressure to come down, and every bowler has done their part. Bilal Hasrat has done so well with that new ball. Rajkumar Rajendran is operating at the moment, gone for just 2 runs. Vishwa Ruben has gone for 4 overs, 25 runs and 3 wickets. And of course, the captain has stepped up beautifully. Peter Isaac really broke this chase. He picked up 4 wickets. Our player Amaze, would you believe it? For a moment, I thought that Rajkumar Rajendran with that delivery perhaps will be able to pick up top of off. But with that, his over comes to completion, just 2 runs off it. Right now, still 19 runs needed. And Peter Isaac, one more time, will be just looking for one bowler. At the moment, he has introduced Edmund Shivaraj, whose previous over gone for just 3 runs. Maybe he can come back. But look at that replay, tantalizingly close to that top of off. And just like that, could have been a victory for Penang. Keeper is slightly disappointed, but we have to say that Peter Isaac was that ice-cold assassin, really. He's broken the back of this KL batting lineup with scalps of Neville, Azari, and he's picked up wickets at such regular intervals that nothing could have been done. The last wicket he picked up was of Arin Akil, and since then it is Arifullah and Jashwin on strike with a responsibility to see Kuala Lumpur to victory. With that, I also have to talk about Vishwa Ruben Kumar, the turning point of the match, really. He's been, even though he's picked up 3, that is 1 wicket less than Peter Isaac, he's picked up the vital wickets of someone like Syed Aziz alongside the very crucial wicket of Birendeep Singh. So really, Penang can smell the victory from here on, and it is their mindset and the total belief they had in terms of what they can do with the ball in hand that I truly have a sense of respect. They've really gotten themselves a game at here. In with a chance of a run out. If the throw could have been better, you can see that the bowler is absolutely disappointed, and the wicketkeeper will feel that he couldn't really have done much. The throw was too far away from the stump. But we have to give the batters credit. They've sneaked in a couple of runs here, and now 16 needed. It's getting closer. It's getting very close. And this is a tactical brilliance from Penang that is up here. The work is still undone, and Kuala Lumpur, if they feel they're under pressure, I have to say that the bowlers are feeling it quite a lot as well. So 1 wicket remaining and 16 runs. Kuala Lumpur still will feel that they need a miracle, because 16 runs are quite a lot of ask when it comes to tail enders. So at the moment, one more time, I'll remind our viewers that this has been the best match of the tournament, hands down, and it's not even over yet. Penang have turned this into a war of nerves. And right now, slightly wideish delivery, placed away down the ground. This is much more risk-free cricket. And with that, it will be the 2 batters stitching that vital last wicket partnership and turning out to be an absolutely brilliant contest between Kuala Lumpur and Penang. I think the right idea for Edmund will be just to attack the stump, perhaps not try to do anything extra. Flighted delivery this time, played all along the ground, and a misfield. The chase is on, should be good enough for a couple of runs, and exactly what Jashwin would have wanted. As long as they're getting runs, they're still okay, because the run rate required is not something that they're worried of. If they don't pick up wickets, I mean the last wicket of course, then they're still in with a chance. And I think we have to give credit to Arifullah. He's played 16 deliveries and scored 9. Not rely on him, because Jashwin is slightly more inexperienced, but he's also doing a fantastic job. He scored 2 runs and faced 9 deliveries, and he's seeing off the other end. So 17 overs done. It's 92 without any kind of glimpse of hope for Kuala Lumpur as well as Penang. because anything can happen right now. So this is cricket at its absolute finest. We are seeing some gritty and tense moments out there, but it can be very unpredictable. Right now, we can't decide who is on the verge of winning here, but we can say that Kuala Lumpur is 13 away and Penang is just 1 wicket away from glory. In comes Rajkumar Rajendran. He has had plenty of experiences before, but I think even he'll be feeling a lot of pressure because these are not the most usual times you operate in. This is absolutely phenomenal. So, with that, credit to Kuala Lumpur's final pair. They're not going down without a fight. And Rajkumar Rajendran is always a believer. Like that, he was trying to get into a position and a forward defense. Unbelievable grit here on full display. Rajkumar Rajendran is really trying to pull out something of a miracle out here. And an absolute spectacle. He tries to go for that big shot. Unbelievable scenes here. We're witnessing an absolute blinder. Gets a single off it. But I think for a moment, Rajkumar thought that that could be very risky. This isn't just cricket at the moment anymore. This is war between bat and ball. A symphony of tension. And the nerves even I can feel up here in the comm box. Everyone tuning in will be definitely feeling the same. And this is what cricket is all about. Kuala Lumpur, with the best batting lineup in the tournament, hands down, have been rattled and rocked back. And right now, it is Penang in with a chance. And now, finally, we're seeing a slip in play as well. Peter Isaac has been brilliant and in the air. Wouldn't you believe it? That point fielder was hovering around for a very, very long time. And out of nowhere, disappointingly so for Rajkumar Rajendran, there's a boundary. And Jashwin will feel that he's done the job for his team already. But just eyeing closer to victory. It is inches closer. Can they produce the goods here? Just 8 required. It is going to be such a sorrow feeling for Rajkumar Rajendran. He's brought in that slip fielder just by changing the fielder from point. So quite disappointing. And now he's sending it back there. So quite a irony for Rajkumar Rajendran. We're begging him for him to get in a slip. And now when he's gotten it, exactly the opposite has happened. A boundary. You can feel that tension. You can almost palpate it with a fingertip, and look at that, he's almost trying to get a man carry just to get a laugh out. And really you can feel that Rajkumar Rajendran is somehow enjoying this moment when he's dealing with the pressure as well. This time just trying to play it down the leg side, but it's a dot delivery. Peter Isaac is definitely attacking and he's trying to just bring in as many close fielders as possible. And right now this is turning out to be an absolute cliffhanger in terms of the spirit between the two sides. In with a chance! In with a chance! Would you believe it? A misfield! Definitely this could have been the moment. I think Jashwin just walked halfway down the track and in hope for a single. Arifullah refused, but if the fielder would have been slightly more proactive, I know I'm asking for a little bit too much. He was not having the ball at his palms to just gather it. But given the fact that Jashwin was running down the wicket, there was an opportunity that goes begging. Penang are struggling, but they're still creating opportunities. And Kuala Lumpur are in still with a chance. So with that, the over comes to completion. Rajkumar Rajendran take a bow as well. What an over, what a performance with the ball today. And he's kept things very tight. 4 overs done, he has conceded 26, has picked up a wicket. And now just 2 overs remaining and they need 8 runs. What a match this is turning out to be. And as you can see, it's brilliant for the production to be able to give us a replay for that. You can see that for a moment he was just trying to feel the ball in his palm, but not to be. It just hits the ball in the hand and just deflects away. So he was disappointed as well and almost looked like he was shell-shocked and he was not reacting to that cause. But right now, I wonder who Peter Isaac goes to, because most of the bowlers he's gone to has already finished their spell. Edmund, I believe, will be continuing, and looks like we have confirmation. It is Edmund. Chivaraj into the attack. 1 more wicket remaining. On strike is Arif. Does he go after one? And trying to do, he gets ahead. Is that the moment? Yes, it is. Penang strike. And finally, it is Edmund Chivaraj. Look at the celebration. It is going to be the match that is going to be talked about for the ages. And and in a very anticlimactic fashion, just get a hand to it, and he gets up the wicket here. They're out with the flag, and why they shouldn't be. This is one of the matches that we can never stop talking about. They've won it, and they've done it in extraordinary fashion. What a match this is turning out to be. And it is finally Edmund who just deflects the ball and gets the victory. By the absolute barest of margin, they've come out victorious. This is not a win. This is going to be a statement. This is going to be talked about, not in terms of cricketing terms only, just talking about sheer resilience and sheer grit. Just going to describe this down the history of Malaysia cricket. So one of the comeback we have to talk about for DHS when they poised out just 104 runs on the board. Nobody would have given Penang a chance to just get away with this game. And they came out, they truly came out with unshakable belief, and the discipline that they had with the bowling was absolutely spot on. They have turned impossible into a reality. They choked the chase and eventually did it one wicket at a time. Peter Isaac, take the hats off, and we have to give him credit for captaincy as well as delivery with the ball in hand as well. He picked up four, well supported by Vishwak Ruben Kumar, who has picked up three, alongside a wicket each for Rajkumar Rajendran and the very spearhead Pilal Hazrat. What a match! This is why we love cricket. This is why cricket is sometimes at its dramatic best. The best match of the tournament we've seen hands down, and we've seen everything in this game really. Tension, collapse, comeback, and even a roar from Penang in the end, which shows how much it means to them. All of the players really stepped up and delivered a crucial blow to a very confident Kuala Lumpur, who was stacked up with performers like Said Aziz, Virendeep, and Ahmed Faiz. So cricket, as always it does, reminds us one more time that sometimes the favorites don't win games. Sometimes the teams with a better belief do. So excellent game. From here, we've taken a little bit of time, longer than usual perhaps, but sometimes words are not enough to describe this kind of games. What a fight, what a match. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Abrar Hussain. I'll be taking your leave. It is Penang who have come out victorious in a miraculous game where they've won the game by 7 runs. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this game and staying with us. We'll be coming with more such contests tomorrow. So, with that request, I'll be taking your leave and wish you stay well and wish you join us for the later games.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today's match between Kuala Lumpur and Penang. Penang winning with a fine bowling attack. The man of the match award goes to Mustaq. No, you, Peter. Sorry, it's the fine bowling by Peter. Come, Peter. Peter Isaac, the captain too, and his fine bowling of 4 overs, giving away 9 runs and collecting 4 wickets. Well done, Peter.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's it.